Ready? All right. You see the intensity, right? Just play carefree, though. What about mistakes? Go out and play hard.
History tonight. The first father-son duo to play together in an NBA game. This is all in the family. And what a celebration for the James family. Bronny's brother and sister, his mom on hand.
Yo, what's up now, partner?
We're just getting going here in the second quarter. James going right at Miles. Now pulls up, he's over him. Oldest guy in the league, right there.
The first bucket of the last two for LeBron was routine, just a step back on a jumper.
But the Lakers are going to get a third opportunity, which usually spells real danger. What a shot. What a beautiful shot. Tough shot. Wow.
He wanted to let it fly.
Really didn't he? LeBron will. Got it. 2 threes right away for the Lakers. LeBron picked by Hayes. LeBron corner. Another rebound for him.
12?
Yep. Here along with 21 points. And he's over. He puts it up. Right on his feet. Not going to happen slowly, but he wants to. For 3. Yes, sir! LeBron James.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom Show with B. Lee and A. Johnny. Y'all know we go live every Sunday, noon Eastern time, to talk about the GOAT of basketball, LeBron James. And what a day to talk about it, because the Lakers are on fire. LeBron James comes up with a triple-double. He's still setting records. Bronny James got on the court with LeBron James this week. It has been a phenomenal week for us LeBron fans. Shout out to everybody who's already a subscriber to the channel. If not a subscriber to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check out the membership here in GOAT James Kingdom. You know what we do best. Today's show, we're going to talk about is Bronny motivation for GOAT James to lead the Lakers to the championship. We got our normal panel as usual. Shout out to T Perfect, who's here representing for the MJ delegates like usual. Shout out to King John, who always does his thing. Peace, brother. Thank you for joining us. Obviously, we know we got Craig King in the house. Peace, brother. What's good? And obviously, y'all know what we do here. It is B. Lee and A. Johnny. We are here every Sunday noon like we are always. We don't run from none of y'all. What's good, B. Lee, man? What we got for these folks today, man?
What's good? What's good, everybody? Man, LeBron is doing his thing already. We're not giving anybody a break. At the Olympics, right into the season, setting records. Let me go ahead and put this up. Let me go ahead and put this up. Look at what LeBron James did. And the dude just keep breaking in-game records, no matter what year it is, what age it is. No one in NBA history has did this in any quarter. And LeBron did it in the fourth quarter. It is just crazy. It is just crazy what LeBron James is doing. It is just crazy what LeBron James is doing. Man, I don't even know what else to say about the dude. The dude just on the court, didn't miss a shot in the fourth quarter. Had 6 assists, I think, in the fourth quarter, 5 rebounds, 16 points. Just took it over. Just took it over. Also, you know, he keeps breaking his record as the oldest with a 30-point triple-double. He has 10 of the 12 oldest 30-point triple-doubles. It's only Kobe and Larry up in that 12, but LeBron has 10 of those as the oldest 30-point triple-double players. Like,
well, the actual oldest player to do a triple-double was Karl Malone, if I'm correct. He did it at 40 years old.
Yeah, he is the oldest 30-point triple-double.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, that's what you're saying.
30-point triple-double. Yeah, the dude, man, The dude is just I can't even say anything else about like this thing about they're saying that I'm starting back with this LeBron stuff again already on Facebook.
Get a
Like,
zesty in the
oh
comments
shit,
already.
oh shit, his ass is back. Hell yeah, I'm back. Yep, I'm back. I'm back to torment y'all with what LeBron James is doing.
Oh my God, that was a crazy game last night. Did you guys watch the game? Let's start with you, Travis. Did you watch last night's ball game?
I did not watch the entire game because I was working, but I watched all the highlights. And I mean, just like Brandon said, it was LeBron James was just going absolutely apeshit, like him, especially in the fourth quarter. I mean, that whole team looks good right now. I mean, just obviously it's only 3 games, but they're funneling through. They're running crisp, precise plays. They're playing good defense for the most part. So we'll see what happens. AD looks unbelievable.
That JJ Redick got them balling. Am I right or am I not right, Travis? They look different.
You are right so far.
they look different. All right, so let's go to you, John. What did you think of last night's game? Did you get a chance to watch it?
I cut it on in the fourth quarter. That's when I cut it on, literally. I cut it on in the fourth quarter, and I got to see that fourth quarter, which was crazy. But the one thing you notice that JJ Redick got him is just the attention to detail. The small things that matters a lot that people don't pay attention to. And you can just tell JJ Redick was really focused on the attention to detail. And so far, I think they're having a good year. And let's go. I mean, hey, let's not stop at this point. Let's keep going and let's see how far we can go with this. I mean, the championship don't seem far-fetched anymore.
I mean, they were already one of the best teams last year. They just went up against the wrong team.
Yeah. Sure, that wrong team don't look good this year.
Yeah, that's how it is in basketball.
Has Denver won yet?
No, Denver lost. Denver's 0-2. They didn't look too good offensively.
No, they didn't. No, they didn't.
They look tired.
They don't look too good offensively. And Joker went ham yesterday.
Yeah.
He said they still tired.
They let Norman Powell go ham on them.
Yeah.
They got no
Well,
defenders.
the
They got no
Denver
defenders over there. Now they have no defenders over there. Besides Gordon, but Gordon can't keep up with Powell.
Denver's bench is garbage.
They had Gordon guarding SGA. They had Gordon guarding SGA the other day, which was just the wrong matchup. I'm like, I mean,
why would you add Russell Westbrook if you're looking for depth?
But wait a minute now. Come on, John. You did us a disservice. We supposed to be talking about the GOAT in last night's game. Let's let Craig get up here because Craig, I know Craig was watching the game. Please tell me you was watching the game.
I was watching my Yankees lose World Series.
Oh, the Yankees lose. The Yankees lose.
Bro.
What's that? It's 3-0 now or 2-0?
I don't know.
It's 2-0.
We're going back to New York.
2-0.
It's 2-0. It's 2-0. Oh my God, you over there hurting over there. And then you turn off the baseball game to find out LeBron had a triple double, hitting all kind of 3-pointers and just.
He's playing great. I just say it. See how we praising him now? Don't use his age as excuse when it fall over. When they start fucking up, don't say he's 39. What you expect him to do? You expect him to get a triple double now.
He's gonna get another one. He will get another one.
That's how great he is. Everybody expect LeBron to do what he did in year 8 and year 22.
I expect y'all to keep the same energy when he's playing poorly too, and don't use the age as an excuse when y'all using it when he's playing good. That's
when has he played poorly? When has he played poorly?
I'm just saying.
When was this? Like, this will be the first time ever.
Like you said, it's early in the season. He's playing great now. He's great. He ain't
no, but when have we ever said anything about LeBron too old to do something, though?
We had a whole episode about it. What the fuck?
No, but yeah, I was the only one that said LeBron is limited because of age. Brandon don't think that.
He's never been. He just can't do everything by himself. No one can. He needs teammates.
No, what I am saying is he's playing great now. You see how he said no one at age 39. They only play at age 39. Like I said, When it's not all guns and roses, don't use that. He's 39, just like you
Guns
said.
and Roses?
What you expect?
Yeah, glitter,
mean,
all
It's the
gold
same
and
way you
roses.
praise him for being 39 and playing good. You can't use that excuse if he
I mean,
ever.
he's
No.
breaking in-game records in year 22. Like, we can't really say that. Like, the dude is doing things no one ever done before, no matter what age.
Facts.
I mean, no matter what age, the dude is incredible.
So leave the age factor out of it then.
Oh,
I'm
man.
just saying, it ain't the age factor. It's the records
he's
he's breaking
playing
at a certain
great.
age.
He's playing great, no matter what age he is. He's playing great for any player. That's for you. That's all I would like to hear. Don't use age for anything. Just say he's
But he
playing
is
great.
39 in year 22. So he's
Yeah.
breaking
Ballin'.
those
Even
records
say
too.
year 22 because no one
Ballin'.
been playing this great.
He's
year
breaking those
22.
records too. He's
That's a part of
breaking
the
both records, age
Ballin'.
records and any records,
Ballin'.
doing things
Oh,
no
yeah,
one's done.
yeah. Like I said, I love when he break records.
Hey,
Doing things no one never done.
he be breaking records that only Hall of Famers hold. That's all I know. That's all I know. He surpassed Kobe again in another category. Poor Kobe.
I see
And
how you was trying to use Kobe friends to go against Jordan on Friday. I see you.
No, I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make like you. I just want to make sure they keep the same energy, Craig. They just want to make sure they keep the same energy, Craig. That's all. I just want to make sure they keep the same energy.
I love the conversation Friday.
Yeah, it was a good show. It was a brilliant show. I got some more for them Zesty Jeffries. Don't worry. They give me enough material.
Yeah,
This is not gonna stop. They gave me enough material.
Poor Kobe. Kobe's gonna get it today.
I think LeBron's gonna have another good 3-point shooting season again. I think he might shoot another 40% from three again. I mean, if you just see the way he's shooting, it, you could tell he's shooting the same way each time. I mean, I think he might shoot 40% from three again this year. I mean, I'm predicting that.
He's already at 39%.
Hey,
He's on fire. He's on fire.
he's trying to play 82 games this season. He ain't gonna be running up and down the court like that no more.
He already ain't running up and down the court.
He's
He got the
chilling,
floor
man.
space in the net.
They are playing great. They're playing at a great pace. They're playing great basketball. I see it. I've been watching the Lakers like
That's
I said
that
for the last 2
Bronny
years.
effect. When the last time the Lakers was 3-0?
See, I'm glad that you said that. I'm glad that you said that. Since y'all didn't watch the game last night, did y'all get a chance to watch the opening night game? Let's start with you, Brandon. Did you watch the opening night game? Did you get a chance to see that?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw the Lakers dominate. LeBron seemed like he just let AD do his thing in the first 2 games, and this game he had to. He had to step up and show why he's the GOAT.
In your eyes.
Yeah, 3-0 should be impressive, sturdy. That was great. It's great. It was great. Oh, it was great. I couldn't believe it when I heard the horn. They said, "Here comes Bronny and LeBron."
Yeah,
Off the
like I
bench.
said, that was an awesome moment to see that. You can't be mad at that. You really can't be mad at that.
At that moment, every Zesty Jeffrey was packing their gats and getting ready to hit the streets because they were upset. Travis, I know you've seen it, Travis.
Upset at that at all. As a father, you shouldn't be upset at all.
But
they all upset. They all upset. Like anything else.
They don't know. They don't appreciate fatherhood like that, Craig. They really don't. They really don't. You as a father appreciated that. So how did you feel, Craig, when you saw that for real?
I mean, see that was great. I mean, that was great to see you play. You played long enough for your son to be old enough to play alongside you. That's a testament. But
that's another check mark for the GOAT.
See, now we gonna
that's the only thing GOATs do. That's the only thing GOATs do.
That y'all hate is the narratives now. The reason why.
Why can't that be a narrative that he was able to play the game long enough to have his son alongside him? That's
some
great.
GOAT shit right there. That's some GOAT shit right there.
That's some GOAT shit.
That's what that is.
No.
That's why they mad.
What Ken Griffey Jr. and Sia did was GOAT shit.
Isn't that similar?
In baseball,
did y'all see
they played the whole season together.
In baseball,
they're gonna play. What's it
They
called?
played the whole season.
Did you hear what Ken Griffey said? Ken Griffey was like, yo, when I found out that they were going to play, he was like, I had to be at the game. And he made sure him and his father were at that game because he wanted to be at that moment when Bronny James and LeBron stepped on the floor together.
That's how important it is. That's how important it is.
Well,
That's how great it is.
Well, Ken Griffey Sr. was signed mid-season, right? Because he was playing for somebody else, so he got cut from somebody. So he didn't play the whole season with Seattle. He got cut from another team, and Seattle signed him.
I wouldn't know all this. This happened back in the 1900s.
Yeah.
So, what about you, John? How did you feel when you watched it? Because we knew it was bound to happen. They made it a moment for us. How did you feel when you watched LeBron James and Bronny James get on the basketball court together? And Bronny James almost hit that three-pointer from a pass from his own father.
But one, we watched it as a family. Me, my wife, and my daughter all watched the game together. I told them they wouldn't have to watch it past the second quarter. I said, just sit here for the first half. Y'all can go away. And when he came in the second quarter, it did everything. But I think
John hold his family hostage. Hold his family hostage for LeBron James.
So I think it was nice. They came in together. I mean, what father? I just want to know, as a father, why are you upset at this moment about anything?
It's like Jordan fans, most of it, like
not
the Jordan
fans.
The Zesty
Jeffries.
Yeah. No, that's whatever you call them. Them dudes be upset.
He said whatever you call them. Because Craig's not upset. Craig's a Michael Jordan fan. You see what I'm saying? We got to make sure we separate them from real basketball fans that really.
I don't know. I don't know. Them dudes are delusional. Them dudes are very delusional. I mean, they would rather choose 32 million over 40 million. That's just some weird shit. That's some weird stuff.
They would rather work less for the 32 million than work longer for extra.
They come with working again.
That's what it was. I would settle with the 32 million.
That's just delusional.
Additional 8 years.
I went back and watched that episode. Hey, Brady, you was right. I'll take the 40 billion.
It don't take a rocket science. It don't take a rocket science to figure that out. They don't figure that out, right, Travis? Right? It don't take a rocket science to figure out greatness, right? LeBron James, Bronny James getting out on the floor. You watched that. How did you feel? Opening night.
Disgusted because Bronny James is a walking trash can. No.
He shut down Anthony Edwards on one play. He can say that. Did
you say he almost hit a three? That's why no.
He almost. So it went in and out. It wasn't a brick.
No.
It was in and out.
Great moment. Like it's just more so about like who cares how they play. Like it was really just like something like we'll probably never ever see again as far as on the NBA level because of LeBron. And he wouldn't like if he was. Let's be real too. If he wasn't like producing like he is through this time frame, Lakers wouldn't have been like, "Oh, you want us to draft your son? Why? What are you going to bring us like 12 points a game?" No, because he's putting his team in a position to win because of his production, because of his leadership. So he has this leverage, and it's great that his son was able to come up and share that moment. We'll see where it goes from here, but it was a great moment. It's like I said, a once in a lifetime thing too. If you're a basketball fan, to see pretty much.
Great moment, man. It was a great moment for me. I'm not gonna lie, man. I was touched, and then to hear the little things like when LeBron was telling them, like you see the intensity, like you see what I'm saying, like you can see LeBron being a father while still trying to be a teammate, and just telling him, man, just play carefree, just go out there and just play.
So you better not mess up.
Your last name James, boy.
he didn't snap on him like
your first name. Make me
he
proud
snapped on Rui last night. He told Rui, man, swing that motherfucker, man. You see I'm hot. What the hell you doing taking a contested jump shot to contested two? Pass that shit. I'm over here. I'm on fire over here. Give me the ball. He's not gonna say that to Bronny because Bronny's a rookie. Same way he did, like they didn't do that to Austin Reeves. Look how great Austin Reeves is playing.
On his car though, right?
Yeah, he can. That's what you do to rookies. That's what you do to rookies.
One thing I believe, I think LeBron was more nervous than Bronny. I think Bronny might have been fine. I think LeBron was the nervous one in this situation.
Wasn't nervous.
I think LeBron.
For his son,
It's
as a
his
father,
son.
I think
Nervous.
so. I would think so.
He was nervous for Bronny. That's probably what it was. He
Yeah, for
nervous.
Bronny,
that's
as
what
a
I'm
dad,
saying.
as a
Right.
father. Yeah.
What do you mean? He said his boy was better than half the dudes he's seen on the league pass. Why is he nervous?
Yeah,
And
but
LeVar Ball, and LeVar Ball said if you put his three sons together, you win in the championship. That's what a father's supposed to do and say. What do you want a father to say?
Snort coke.
My sons are trash cans.
They old ass ladies in their 60s.
Go date my ex teammate's wife. Go date my ex teammate's ex wife. Go do that. That's what you tell your son. That's what you tell your son. That's what you do.
Son is a grown man. You want to fuck up? That's on your own. I mean,
See, and look, and what did LeBron tell his son? If you fuck up, don't worry about it. You still good. We doing
LeBron's
shit.
son is 19. What I'm telling a
we about to-
40-year-old? What the fuck?
Maybe if he was telling him that at 19, he wouldn't be at 40 acting a fool. I tell you that much. I know that.
don't
Hey,
know what he was
listen,
doing
don't
that
let Bronny James have a 20-year career, because then 20 years from now, Craig, we gonna be talking like old men. Like, look at that.
Listen,
We're gonna bring up Craig talking about how Bronny was 19. Now he's 40 in the NBA Hall of Fame.
He's going to be selling cars at 40. He's not going to be in the NBA. Don't worry.
Listen, we are all excited about what's going on with the Lakers. You cannot front. They had a tough schedule going into the season. Everybody was saying that they had to play Phoenix. They had to play against Minnesota. So now that they're 3-0, and we've watched them play a little bit here, how has Coach Redick made an impact already on the Lakers? Do you think he's made an impact? Have you seen it there, Brandon?
I mean, one of the main things that helped JJ is that they didn't break the team apart. So the same chemistry is there. They were good last year. They was good the year prior. So he's working with a good veteran team with 2 top 10 players. So it's kind of hard to mess that up. But Darvin Ham, his rotations, his subbing just screwed everything up. So JJ, he's just a smart guy in the first place. He looks like he's been a coach for a while. He has control, command of the team. So he's looking good out there. He's looking really good out there. He's looking like he's going to put them over the edge that they need to do to, make it to where they need to. To me, they look like they're going to win the title. I don't know what y'all think, but it looks like they about to
I can
go
see them
run.
repeating as in-season tournament champions. I can see them repeating.
That too.
Now,
That
if they
too.
do the East, can you
my
imagine
God.
somebody
If the Lakers get a back-to-back
NBA championship in the same season, being an in-season tournament MVP and Finals MVP the same season?
Would that be better than 88?
And don't forget the conference MVP.
If they win the league MVP, in-season tournament MVP, Finals MVP, that would be the greatest season ever. That's all 3 major MVPs.
Don't forget about the conference Finals MVP.
No, because you
And
get 2. Losers get conference Finals MVPs. You don't get an MVP in the Finals if you.
Oh, wait a minute. You got the conference
how
finals
do
for
you
winning.
I mean, the
lose?
conference.
How'd you lose to get finals?
There's going to be an
MVP?
MVP. There's going to be a
How'd you
conference
lose?
MVP that's going to be the loser at the end of the season. So
I mean, that was
I get what you
that doesn't make any sense. But they won,
there's
so
an
they
Eastern
can
Conference
lose.
MVP
But they
and there's a
won.
Western. One of them got to lose.
But one of them is going to win, so that don't make sense.
But you got to win to get it. You don't
win to
get it.
get it.
You got to win to get it. You got to lose to get it.
Winning.
You got to win to get it. You got to win to
No,
get
what
it.
I'm saying is there always going to be a conference MVP that's going to be a loser because they both can't win the
They're-
finals.
They're not going to be a loser because they
No,
got
but
conference.
in this case
That
though,
doesn't
Craig.
make
In this
sense.
case, but in this case, Craig, the person that we're talking about will eventually have the in-season tournament MVP, will have the conference finals MVP, the league MVP, and the finals MVP. Because the guy we're talking about is winning the finals.
With these votes, they might give it to somebody because they had one good game in the conference MVP. So,
Well, I'm just saying, no, not really, because the guys who've gotten the conference MVPs is Joker, Tatum, Jimmy Butler,
So Tatum
Stephen
didn't get it.
Curry.
Brown got it. Brown
No, Tatum got it.
No,
Tatum got it. Tatum got it the first time.
Tatum got it
Oh, first time, okay.
one.
Yeah, Tatum got it the first time. So you got Joker, you got Tatum, you got Brown, you got Curry. These are the guys that's won it. Jimmy Butler.
They all got more conference MVPs than they do got final MVPs. Get out of here.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. These guys are ballers. You can't blame when they get their MVPs. They're there.
Like I said, it got to be the league MVP, the in-season tournament MVP, and the finals MVP.
All right. So do you think JJ Redick can make
hold on. For what? For what? Like, why do they have to get all that?
To consider to have the greatest season.
88 wasn't a good year because how's 88 the greatest season? That doesn't make any sense. What did he do to be the greatest season?
I mean, he won literally. I'm talking about awards.
He didn't win all the awards. MVPs? What are you talking about? The King won all the awards in the season.
He didn't win Finals MVP that year.
He didn't win the season tournament MVP, and he didn't win.
Jordan didn't either. Jordan didn't. How was 88 the best season? That's what I'm trying to understand.
You gonna ask me a question?
Yeah, because you keep talking about the in-season MVP. Jordan don't have that. So what are you talking about?
Okay. Like you said, things evolve, right? So I'm just supposed to say 88, and no other season in the future can eradicate that. I can't say. Okay,
you've seen a better season.
I haven't. I'm telling you what kind of season I would like to see to have it be the face of the. If you don't like my opinion,
okay, that's not you're lying. You're
How
saying
am I lying?
that.
This is my
you're saying
opinion.
that.
You can't tell me
you're saying just because Michael Jordan won MVP and Defensive Player of the Year makes him have the greatest season when that's not true.
My
Because
opinion.
we seen the same result with a Finals MVP and a title when Hakeem did it. So how is Michael Jordan had a better season when Hakeem got a title and a Finals MVP and Defensive Player of the Year and All NBA First Team?
But what other MVPs did he get that season?
MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Finals MVP.
What did Jordan get those seasons? What MVPs did Jordan get those seasons? In 88.
He didn't get Finals MVP. He got everything that Hakeem got, but less. He didn't have the title. He didn't have the Finals MVP. So how the hell is Michael Jordan's the greatest season than Hakeem Olajuwon? With Hakeem did everything Jordan did, plus a title and Finals MVP.
You gonna let me finish that?
Okay, go explain.
So you getting mad at my opinion? So you having a heart attack over my opinion?
Explain.
I literally just explained it. I said my opinion. I said my opinion. If you win, that would be a great season. If you win what I said you win. So you want to throw a tantrum about what I said about another parent? I don't know why. You getting upset about my opinion. If you don't like my opinion, I don't know. Like, what the hell?
Because you said that Jordan had the greatest season because of what he did. You said no one has did what Jordan did. That's why. That's why I've said that. Like, but that's not true because Hakeem did it better.
Hakeem got an in-season tournament final MVP.
Did Jordan have one?
They both don't got one. So I'm bringing up something that Hakeem and Jordan don't have, and you bringing up Hakeem. Like, what the fuck?
No, because you're saying that Jordan had the greatest season of all time because he got MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same season.
Hakeem and Jordan don't have an in-season MVP. And I said, if you win an in-season tournament MVP, league MVP, and finals MVP. So until you can go back in 94 and give Hakeem an MVP, in-season tournament MVP, or you can go back in 88 to give Jordan an in-season MVP, my stance still stands. My opinion still stands. You can't give Hakeem an in-season MVP, and you can't give Jordan an MVP. So you can't say what I just said makes no sense because Hakeem or Jordan don't have an in-season tournament MVP.
All right, so you're saying that you still saying that Michael Jordan had the best season ever, right?
That I see, my opinion, yes.
All right, Craig. I guess if him doing less than Hakeem makes him the greatest season ever, I guess that makes sense to you.
Because all I've been hearing is Steve achievements.
This guy Jay Will says here, Hakeem MVP season wasn't that as impressive as David Robinson was close in MVP and very close in Defensive Player of the Year in 1994. So he's trying to say
wasn't as impressive. Of course it was. Why wasn't it impressive?
Didn't Giannis win an MVP and the Defensive Player of the Year the same year?
And Finals MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Well, where's
he won Finals MVP the next season.
Where's the
Yeah.
He's saying
Giannis
it
won.
wasn't.
Giannis won back-to-back MVPs, right? In 2019 and 2020, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. So wait, what's the? Why is it less impressive? Because he almost lost it to
Hakeem,
another
and Jordan is the
top
only
10
players
all-time
that have a
defender.
defensive player and an MVP in the same season. Hakeem is the only player with a defensive player and a Finals MVP in the same season.
Correct. Hakeem had the best season in history.
He had the most complete. When we talk about winning all awards, yeah.
Yeah.
He was all
Hakeem.
NBA first team, all defensive first
It
team.
was better than Jordan.
I don't know, but see, the only difference was Jordan won All-Star MVP. Does that matter as well? What if you win
No.
All-Star MVP? No.
Yeah,
I didn't say nothing about All-Star MVP.
No, I asked because Jordan did win an All-Star MVP as well in '88. He won the All-Star MVP. He won the league MVP. He was Defensive Player of the Year. He was All NBA first team, All Defensive first team. It's like sweeping the boards. That's all the awards are available that year. He got it. Besides the championship
Jordan?
and going into the play.
Finals MVP. That's
exactly. He got all the regular season awards. He got all the regular
That
season
is what
awards.
Hakeem did. That's what Hakeem
That's what I'm saying, yeah.
He swept all the awards. He swept all the awards. He swept all the
He got
awards.
the first round.
See, now,
MVP.
Craig, the only comeback you would have is that, but Hakeem did it in the weak 90s.
That's what y'all say.
That's not what I say. But listen. Let's be honest though, Craig. Do you think though that JJ Redick has got the Lakers to a point to where someone like Anthony Davis or LeBron could do that, sweep house, get the in-season tournament MVP, league MVP, all the way throughout?
I mean,
either one of them.
They look like a championship team right now. They are what? They're the only undefeated team right now, right? Him and the Celtics. That would be some shit. The Lakers and the Celtics.
Golden State undefeated.
Johnny, I think
Yeah, Golden State's undefeated as well.
anybody would do that, it will actually be Anthony Davis because they actually putting everything through Anthony Davis. So, if to answer your question, the answer is yes. It'll actually be Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis should. He definitely should.
It should be Anthony Davis. About time they put Anthony Davis on the spot.
How long we been saying Anthony Davis should? At one point, can we just realize?
Five. I'm with you, Craig. I've been with you, Craig, but I ain't gonna lie. These last 3 games, I can't remember last time Anthony Davis had 3 straight 30-point games. When was the last time he done that?
He was in New Orleans.
Yeah, he's averaging 34 and 11 right now. I mean, they should have lost to Phoenix if Phoenix didn't melt down completely. But how often the Lakers going to shoot 51% from 3?
How did they melt down? They just beat Dallas last night. Like, they don't melt down. The Lakers beat them.
Yeah,
The Lakers came back and beat them.
They had a 20-point lead versus the Lakers, and they just blew it.
A 20-point lead means nothing in today's NBA. How many times I got to keep telling y'all that? It doesn't mean nothing.
No, it does mean something unless you're just
No,
garbage.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
Every team in today's NBA knows a 20-point lead means nothing. That's nothing. That's a 15-0 run in less than. LeBron James scored 11 points in like a minute yesterday.
No, Lakers shot lights out from 3. That's why they were able to come back.
So can other teams. The Lakers are not the only team that can shoot threes.
Sure.
Travis, that's the whole point. That's why a 20-point lead means nothing because all I gotta do is hit 5 threes in a row, 5 straight possessions. That takes less than 2-3 minutes.
Yeah, and the other team does nothing.
It's not hard to stop somebody for 5 possessions. That's not some outrageous thing that you stop somebody for 5 straight possessions.
Why would you let them hit 5 threes in a row then?
Because they got hot. Sometimes you can't stop them. LeBron hit a 20. LeBron hit like a 28 footer.
How you gonna stop someone from scoring?
Anyway,
we're dealing with reality. 5 straight times.
So, Phoenix,
I mean, it's not like they just let them score 5 straight times. That's what I'm saying. It's like you just let them score 5 straight times. They ended up scoring.
5 straight times.
Mm-hmm.
They must score 5 straight times.
I'm just saying, like that.
You can't stop offensive players. You can't stop offensive players. It's kind of hard to stop. You just hope they miss.
Yeah.
It's true.
Anyway,
It's true. You gotta hope they miss. I mean, you watch anybody. If you guys watch the games or not, I don't understand you.
This ain't the 90s. You can't just not guard people.
You can't do
that. This is
you guys are asking.
Wait. Opening night, the Knicks shot damn near 60% from the field and got blew out by like 20 because they couldn't hit the threes. They wouldn't hit the 3-pointers.
Hey, Johnny, I watched that game. I watched that Boston New York game, right?
And
I watched the way New York guarded Boston.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely know who the number 1 option is for Boston, and New York told everybody who the number 1 option is for Boston. And if you didn't see that, you don't even understand basketball. They showed you who the number one option is. And if you're watching any of the games, they continue to show you who the number one option is for Boston. And it's not Jalen Brown. I just want to be clear with that. But hey, I'm watching all the games. I'm loving it.
You was watching the Yankees? You was watching the Yankees that night? You was watching the Yankees that night as well?
No. I watched the Celtics and the Knicks opening game. I watched it.
Yeah, everybody knows the main option.
We're gonna revisit this when it's 10 games deep, and then we'll see what's what.
Here we go.
Lakers look good though. To answer your JJ Redick question, like, seems like it's a fresh take on everything. Obviously, it was exciting because it's a new coach, but like these guys said, like it wasn't like the Lakers started off like dog water the last couple of seasons. They started off fine and just like we saw, and it wasn't even really just a regular season thing. Like there was inconsistency sometimes. We'll see how they do this time, but I mean, AD started off strong. I mean, I think he had a fantastic, one of his best top 3 seasons last year. He played 76 games. He was like a 25-12 guy or whatever, but we'll see how he persists this year. We'll see how healthy they are. I mean, LeBron doing his thing. What is he averaging, like 23 and 7? So he's on pace. So we'll see if their hot streak continues. I think it's just how healthy can it be, how consistent is their defense. I mean, JJ Redick, I mean, through 3 games, he's been fine. You know, he's been subbing correctly as far as we could tell. But I mean, it's just, you know, it's only 3 games deep, so I don't think there's a ton to take from her.
Well, Travis, the one thing I've noticed is that what Darvin Ham did, he went to Anthony Davis early in the game, but he would go away from him late. The one thing I noticed what JJ Redick is doing is that he going to him early, middle of the game, and late. We're not going to give you no breaks. You're the number one option, and that's what you is all game. I'm not giving you a break.
20 shots a game anyway.
Let's get out in the playoffs now. Keep that way.
Not just that, though.
20 shots a game, he's making at least 13 shots out of those 20 shots. So that's an easily 26 off the bat.
Yeah, but not just that as well. They're also, like, you can see there's a different energy with the Lakers. Like, the guys on the sideline, the players, you can see.
Yeah, because they got a relatable coach.
And that's what I'm saying. And like yesterday, I saw a play where Anthony Davis had a little pass off to Dalton Connect for a dunk. That I was like, yo, I never seen that from Anthony Davis. I was like, yo. Like, I was shocked the way the offense is, like, that you can see the change in the Lakers offense. They're so fluid. They know where everybody's at. Everybody knows when to cut, when not to cut, when to create the space, not to, they look completely better on offense. And if that's the case, the Lakers could easily win 50 games because they won 47 last year with Darvin Ham. They have some defensive issues. We can see that. But at the end of the day, their offense with LeBron, AD, Austin Reeves, D-Lo, they look good. Rumi's a beast.
Do you really need to be the elite defensive team these days? Like,
not necessarily so, but you still got to play some kind of defense though.
Top 15, you could still make it to the finals.
Well, Boston was an elite defensive team and they were in the championship.
One of the reasons why I think they're gonna win 50 games is because some of the games they was losing early last year, then they would have to come on late in the season where they actually winning those games so far this year. So, I mean, 50 games ain't a stretch.
You know what's the real motivation? The Clippers' new arena. That's the real motivation.
Hey, that arena look nice, man.
I don't think that's far-fetched.
That arena look nice, man. They look like they got a nice little thing working over there.
Yeah, you heard about the wall with the free throw?
Yeah, the wall with they vet fans. They're vetting fans. You cannot get a seat in that area unless you are proven to be a true Clippers fan. You can't sell the seats. You can't you have to be in the game. You have to be, and they got all kind of special stuff for you as well for being a part of like what they call the Clipper Special Fan Nation. So that's why it's like a wall, and they give them stuff. And Booker said, "Hey man, it kind of worked." He said it kind of worked on me. I missed some free throws.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So it's kind of
crazy. You have incentives to be a Clippers fan. You need incentives.
hey, don't get mad because Clippers fans need incentives. I mean, sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yep. And that's what I was going to bring up.
Staple money elsewhere.
And I was going to bring this up. Shout out to Jordan Pleasure. He's always been a part of the GOAT James Kingdom and Facebook, always doing this thing. Thank you for supporting us here on the YouTube channel as well. He said Rui is the key for the Lakers. If he's consistently be at 15-7 guy, which he can be, the league is in trouble. I've seen some things from Rui that are really, really like bright spots, man. Rui is really, really good offensively. He got some good moves. Yeah.
He's been nice since he was in Washington. People just slept on him because he was in Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's gotten real comfortable over there in LA, and you can see it in the game. He's being aggressive. He don't feel like he needs to second guess himself once he get the ball.
I'll play better in LA than Washington any day.
Any day.
Indeed.
Japanese Kawhi. He's just what he is, a Japanese Kawhi.
We got a super chat in the building. Shout out to King Money Fly. Y'all make sure to check out King Money Fly on TikTok as he has great TikTok content. Thanks for your support. He puts in the super chat. GJK always keeps it 100 and fair. Indeed, that's what we do here. We are
objective. What y'all think of the Sixers fiasco that's going on in Philly?
Oh man, they're gonna get in trouble because there's nothing wrong with NBA. They're not playing him.
The NBA investigating his statements. He should. I mean, we knew he wasn't gonna play back to backs. Just shut up.
Came out and said no back to backs.
Yeah,
now he's gonna have to play it back to back this year.
And they talk about Paul George might not be able to play back to backs. So
and you know they both can't be out at the same time.
They can't be out at the same time.
So one gonna have to play one game, the other gonna have to play the other game.
Someone gonna have to miss an extra game so they could be eligible for a game. So that's gonna mess the other play because they're gonna have to miss an extra game to be eligible for a game.
Oh, sure.
Hey Craig, they're gonna play like 12 games together.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the Nets in 2021 all over again.
I mean, it's gonna be like wow. I mean, and then y'all gonna go in the playoffs and say, "Oh, we championship bound." Y'all ain't played enough games together.
Like, how you spend money to get a player to help you that's always injured just for that player you get is always
That's
injured.
Crazy. That is crazy though. Just thinking about it. That's what some people thought. Like, isn't Paul George always hurt? Why would you pay him the bag?
Because he
And
played
now,
70
at
games
preseason,
last year.
he's
He
hurt.
knew he was gonna be a free agent. He played 70 games. He knew he was gonna be a free agent. He was trying to get paid. That's why they thought.
That shit is crazy. That shit is crazy.
Trust the process, Philly.
That's the NBA today. That shit is crazy.
Y'all gotta leave them Philadelphia fans alone, especially you, Craig, because your Nets don't look too well.
Listen, we knew he was going to sell. We mortgaged everything. This is a rebuild.
Send your Chicago Bulls. Your team don't look too well.
Hey, we squandered James
Travis
Harden,
don't got no
Kyrie
team because Kobe
Irving,
Bryant
and
don't
Kevin
play.
Durant within a 3 year
Plus the
span.
Nuggets are
I don't have
trash.
no faith in the Nets right now.
And the Denver Nuggets are trash. He don't know what to do. The Nordic King is not looking good. No,
Yeah,
they look
he
horrible
got
over
to
there.
find a new team, Travis. You got to find a new team. You can come on to the Lakers.
And I was on suicide watch after the debacle on Wednesday night, but we redeemed ourselves playing the Clippers of the Eastern Conference, which are the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets.
Y'all looking good this year. Y'all just
No, LaMelo is the truth. LaMelo is the truth.
Balling.
But Brandon Miller just got hurt. I got him on my fantasy team. He just got hurt. He missed the game already. But again, tomorrow night the Heat we're gonna be playing against Detroit, so we're gonna redeem ourselves again. So I'm gonna feel good. Yeah, we good. Now, but don't sleep on Detroit though. They do got some studs. They got some guys over there as well. Cade Cunningham.
Orlando. That's a team.
Orlando lost to Memphis yesterday though. They lost to Memphis yesterday.
They got blown out too. I was watching that game.
But you're right about Orlando. They got some studs over there. They play great defense in Orlando. They're gonna be great, man. It's gonna be a great NBA season, man. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a lot to talk about. We're gonna have a great time. LeBron plans on playing all 82 games. It's gonna be a nightmare for all of you zesty Jeffries that be hating.
What made him say that though? I just want to know what made him just come out and say it.
He's not.
They was just asking him, was he taking tomorrow off? And he said, no, he's planning on playing every game.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. They were asking if he was going to play back-to-back, because that's right. The Lakers play
back-to-back.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was like,
we all know LeBron not playing on 82 games.
If I was y'all, I could have been easy. Well, yeah, he only doing that because Jordan played 82 games.
Brandon said we all know, but LeBron gonna have a.
He really trying to make it count, huh? Go play 82 at 40. I'm gonna play 82 at 40.
Yeah.
But
I'm gonna do it without taking a break. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it without taking a break. That's what I'm gonna do. Go do it year 22. Year 22. LeBron's gonna break all kind of records this year. It's a sad thing for y'all, man. Y'all just don't know, man. It's about to be crazy. It's gonna be Biscayne in June, man. I feel it, man. I feel it, man. I'm about to head
What
to
in
Biscayne.
June? You said what in June?
Biscayne in June. That's where and when we celebrate the championship in Miami on Biscayne Boulevard in the month of June.
Dolphins?
No, you know damn well the Dolphins ain't winning no damn championship. You know, no, we can't.
Greg,
Your Yankees about to lose the championship.
Yeah, what he talking about? What championship Miami going?
Yeah, Miami have a WNBA team.
Teams that's out there.
MLS.
You know what?
They got a soccer team right down there, right?
You know what? You know
Are
what?
you talking about the Hurricanes? Miami Hurricanes?
Oh, they look good yesterday as well. They whooped on FSU as well. Oh, don't sleep on them Canes. We back, baby. Hey, let everybody know we back up, baby. Let them know we back up. The U is back up, baby. We back up, baby.
We know he ain't talking about the Miami Heat.
I
We know that.
The only team that celebrated a championship in June is in the NBA. So when I say Biscayne in June, I'm talking about my Miami Heat.
The ultimate finals would have to be the Lakers and Celtics. That would be the ultimate finals.
Yeah, that would be. That would be.
Not Miami.
Unless you have a time machine to go grab D Wade and Shaq, it's not happening.
Oh my God! Wow, we got Butler. We got Butler and Bam, and don't forget Tyler Hero.
That's
Don't
true.
forget Tyler Hero. Don't be hating on my Heat, man. Y'all just be hating. You know what? I'm tired of all you haters. We don't do that here in GOAT James Kingdom. We show nothing but love and support here in GOAT James Kingdom, and we do that with King John's flowers, right? So King John is a true LeBron James fan, and he follows a lot of LeBron James fans. He supports them, and he's going to show us, again, another great LeBron James content creator that steps up to the plate and actually shows LeBron James in a great light. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have flowers with King John.
Rosebetters!
Literally. Men always try to humble you because they know.
This week, I finally found somebody in the chat. I've been looking for him today in the chat. I didn't see him, and I did notify him that I was going to bring him up today because I kind of wanted to surprise him today. He's on YouTube, and y'all see him in the chat all the time. His name is Sports Talk Only. He's on YouTube. He's been on YouTube since 2022. He has 205 subscribers, 76 videos. He also has over 100,000 views on his YouTube page. And the one thing I like what he did on Friday is at the Friday night exposure, the guy that Johnny was talking to at the end, the guy actually went over to Sports Talk Only. And he questioned him down about every word he said. And the only thing the guy can come back at him was with narratives and not facts. And so I watched a couple of his videos, and the one thing I give you about Sports Talk Only here is about his facts. He showed love to GOAT James Kingdom all the time. Hey, I want people to reach out to Sports Talk Only, watch his YouTube page. Again, it's Sports Talk Only. And he's very detailed. He talks about LeBron. LeBron is his GOAT. So, hey, we ain't the only place where LeBron is the GOAT. LeBron is the GOAT other places. And again, Sports Talk Only is always here. I watch his YouTube page, and I don't want people to stop. And I want to show love to one more person. And he's the longest standing member of GOAT James Kingdom. And his name is Zero. And I also didn't see him in the chat so far. Hey, Zero, we really do appreciate you here. I want you to know that I appreciate you here. Me and you appreciate each other in the chat. And you was one of the first people to show me love in the chat when I first started coming here. So again, Zero, also, I want to give you your flowers because you've been doing this over a year. Oh, I see you. I didn't see you in the chat at first, so I apologize, Zero. So again, I really do want to show you love, Zero, because you've been at this for a long time, and you was one of the first people to show me love in the chat. So I want to tell you thank you and give you your flowers. And again, I want to tell Sports Talk Only, I want to give your flowers too. Keep up the hard work. And again, I pay attention to the chat. One thing y'all know, I go back and forth with people in the chat all the time, so I'm paying attention all the time. Hey, and don't forget to become a member of Goat James Kingdom, because we want to give everybody flowers over here. Because once you come over here, we allow you to talk and have your own mind about what you want to talk about. So again, Goat James Kingdom is the place to be, and we're gonna give flowers to everybody.
Indeed, man. Shout out to you, King John, man. That's a beautiful thing, man. Yes, indeed. Sports Talk Only has only 204 subscribers, as we can see as of today. With King John, who's going to subscribe, as you can see, King John did not subscribe to the channel. We are already subscribers. We're going to have 205. Y'all go ahead and make sure that man gets his subscription up. Go ahead and check out his page, all the great content, because as we said before, he is all over the GOAT James Kingdom platform as well. You'll see him all throughout the comments, and he's always defending LeBron James and always has LeBron James in the greatest light. So shout out to you, Sports Talk Only. You have officially been GOAT James Kingdom approved and got your flowers by King John.
I subscribed.
There you go. It says, what does it say now? It says 205?
It says
205. Yes, indeed.
Like how in his description, in the screen right there,
I'm subscribed to him in law,
it's
Commissioner.
LeBron 2018 greatest player ever. So just, you see it? It says proof 2018, LeBron is the greatest player ever. So if y'all can say that the 2018 proof that LeBron was the greatest ever and he didn't win, why can I say 88 was great for Jordan and he didn't win? Why do I get pushback? I just want to know.
It was just further evidence.
Because of the awards.
Because y'all using a team thing, y'all using a team accomplishment to say that. But then when y'all use it for Jordan, it's a team achievement. That's not recognizing greatness by what the team did.
But Craig, did you watch the video to see why he said it's the greatest? Because I'm saying you kind of put words in his mouth.
I
don't know. I gotta go watch that.
I have to watch the video because I seen LeBron in 2018 and he was unbelievable. I seen 2018 LeBron and he was amazing. But I'm just saying, the same way we praising him and he didn't win, why do I get pushed back for praising Jordan and he didn't win?
Because you're inconsistent with your argument. That's why. Because you said Jordan won all the awards when Hakeem won all the awards. That's all I'm saying. That's what I've been saying the whole time. Hakeem won all the awards, not Jordan. You said somebody have a better season than LeBron. They have to win the in-season tournament.
No, I never said had a better season than LeBron. I never mentioned LeBron when I said that.
He meant Jordan. He meant Jordan. No, he meant Jordan.
Yeah, with Jordan. You said they have to win all this extra stuff.
Yes.
To have a better season than Jordan. But Hakeem won more than Michael Jordan in a season. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. Like Hakeem won more.
For Hakeem or Jordan, so you can't even say that because that's a whole new thing that they trying to get. Am I right?
I don't know how you're not understanding the words that you're saying. You said Michael Jordan had the best season ever because he won all the major awards.
My opinion. I said because what he did that season.
Okay, yes, but I said Hakeem did it better. Because he won more awards.
Because he won a team achievement. He won an NBA title. You can't get a Finals MVP
without Finals MVP. But you're agreeing that Hakeem won more awards than Michael Jordan in the season, right?
He won more. He won the most important award, which is a title. I give him that. He won,
but not individual. So you're saying individual. Jordan had the best individual award season.
Yes.
But there's people that's tied with Jordan.
No. Hakeem won Defensive Player of the Year and MVP.
I know, and so did Giannis.
Because he won an NBA championship, that's better. And what I'm saying is, if that makes it a better season, how come we can't use that? How come y'all say titles don't make the player great?
No, so the same awards Michael Jordan won, Hakeem won those.
He won everything but an NBA title.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
He won
but
everything
Hakeem did
but an NBA title.
Just forget it, Craig. You're not understanding what you're saying.
You're not understanding what you're saying.
I understand exactly what you're saying. Travis even repeated it. What I said. Jordan won those awards, the first ones to do it. The King did the same thing plus a Finals MVP and a title. That's all
They
I'm
do
saying.
the same thing.
Yeah, if we're using Mike's 6 Finals MVPs as criteria,
No, I'm not using no
No.
final MVPs. I'm
Craig
talking
is saying
about 88 season.
there's no measurement for Jordan having a better season.
Jordan did more than just
Craig,
win.
there's no measurement for Jordan having a better season than Hakeem Olajuwon in '94.
Yeah, if you want to get the titles, yes.
There's only one reason. There's only
title.
one reason why Jordan would have a better season, because Hakeem did it in the whack ass 90s.
Oh, and Jordan did it in '88. Who cares?
And Jordan got fake stats in '88, so off the top we can't even count Jordan's
Hakeem
accolades.
was better.
Yeah, King won the same awards and more.
I say Giannis was better.
Understanding.
Giannis did it in the 2020s. Giannis is better.
Giannis didn't win all the awards that King won, though.
He didn't win the Finals MVP and that stuff. But like Craig said, that he does
Didn't
not
win a
count
title,
that.
nothing.
We're not counting that. We count individual awards.
So him and Jordan is tied then. If we're
Finals MVP
talking
isn't
about
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With Giannis, they're all tied with, and Giannis too, because Giannis did the same thing. Giannis got MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, All NBA First Team, All Defensive First Team.
Finals MVP is an individual award.
Yeah, but you gotta make it though. Your team.
It isn't real life. It isn't
No,
real
it
life.
is. I'm not gonna say it's not, but I'm not gonna say it's not. But the thing is that your team has to get you to that point for you to be able to win it.
I mean, your team has to get you to a point to win MVP.
Well, yeah, and your team's there because of you.
Why don't you tell me shut up then, Vincent?
Who's Vincent? Oh, we got people in the comment acting up. Okay, well listen, y'all don't get Craig started, because Craig is not the one to be played with, ladies and gentlemen. Craig does not play no games with y'all. If you really want to smoke with Craig, you can get yourself checked and balanced with Craig King, because Craig is here to talk the game objectively. We all know Craig has Michael Jordan as the GOAT, so a lot of the things that he says predicates on how great Michael Jordan is, and that's why we have him here all the time. But if you're not saying the right things, then Craig is gonna come get you. And this is why we do check and balances with Craig King.
Hide the money, y'all. There's poor people around. With your broke ass.
Sir, now that you've got your check, do you plan on quitting your job driving this truck?
Truck driver? I ain't no truck driver. That's right, baby. I just bought this truck straight cash. I'm rich, biatch.
Well, today's episode, it really ain't gonna be no check and balance this week, because next week I have my criteria, and it's going to explain a lot of things I've been saying on this long. It's right, consistent, concise with everybody else's criteria as far as the greatest. But with my criteria, it's going to be, it's not about the greatest player. It's going to be about the closest to having a perfect career. So stay tuned for next week. I've been bitter off this week because my Yankees has been losing. So I really have been checking for people this week. But yeah, next week when I expose my criteria, it's going to explain a lot the way I've been talking the last couple of weeks. So yeah, we can continue with the show, because
But before we get out of your segment, Craig, so you say next week on GOAT James Kingdom, noon Eastern time, you're gonna provide us that formula criteria that shows the most perfect, or at least the closest to the perfect career.
It's called the closest to perfection. It's not even about the greatest of all time. It's about the closest to perfection.
Okay. So I'm gonna put you on blast, and I'm going to bother you all week to make sure that we have everything.
Oh no, I have the stuff. I can send you the stuff. I just need you to graph it.
Okay, I'm gonna bother. Exactly. I'm gonna bother you. Don't worry.
Send it to you after today's show.
Your Yankees are going to lose, and we're going to go ahead and get that information from you throughout the week, because you ain't going to be doing nothing after the Yankees.
Yeah, because you might as well let it go. Yankees out of here. So it's like,
are you bugging?
So Craig, is the final MVP included in your criteria?
The finals MVP, the in-season tournament MVP. It's not. We're not comparing player for player. It's a simple formula. It's what you accomplished by how many times you was eligible to accomplish it. That's basically what it is. You was eligible for this many awards. How many times you get it compared to how many times total you got the award.
So it compares
players like Bill Russell, Will Chamberlain.
Yep.
Awards came in like the 69 is like where every award started, the All Defensive, the Finals MVP. So Bill Russell, he was an all defensive player that first in his last year because he retired at 69. So 100% of his career, he was an all defensive player. So that's how my formula works. It doesn't precedence of because these wasn't available. It's what you had at the time and how many times you got it over how many times you was eligible to get it.
All right. I like that, Craig. We can't wait, Craig. We're going to be excited about it. Shout out to you, Craig. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that was Checks and Balances with
No, it
Craig.
doesn't hurt 20-year players because the top 3 is the same top 3 that everyone can say.
All right, well, listen, y'all save y'all comments for next week's show, all right? And that way, Craig can go ahead and make sure that you have that poor take checked and balanced, because that's what we do when we have Craig King on here. Shout out to you, Craig King. That was a great segment. We're going to keep going on with the show, ladies and gentlemen. As y'all know, this is a Sunday afternoon, so there is the GOAT James Kingdom platform. It is 1 o'clock Eastern time where we do this at 12. So we've been at it for an hour now. We're having a great time. This is what we do best. So y'all make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Don't be afraid to become a member of the channel. Y'all also know we're going live on our IG page, so shout out to everybody who supports us on IG. We're also going live on our Facebook group page, and shout out to all of our members there. As y'all know, we have over 100,000 members in our Facebook group. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for supporting us and joining us here on another great Sunday afternoon. We were talking about the Lakers and how great they look, how great Bronny James and LeBron James getting on the floor together was, and a great moment that was for LeBron fans and basketball fans in general. So we're having a great conversation. Thanks for everybody in the comments. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I'm A. Johnny. That's my boy B. Lee. We are the GOAT James Kingdom Show. We do this every Sunday. So please make sure you hit that notification so that you can know that we are live every Sunday noon. This is what we're going to do. And next week, we're going to have Craig break down a great formula to show why Michael Jordan is the GOAT, or the closest to perfection. That sounds so dope. I can't wait. That sounds dope.
It's the closest to perfection. We gotta. I'm gonna put that out there. It's the closest to perfection. I got you. Closest to perfection, because Michael Jordan is supposed to be the closest to perfection. I got you. And it's called the CTP score.
Craig out here creating his own analytics, man. Hey, the CPT score is better than the PER.
And the thing about this, you can use this for any sport. It's not just dedicated to basketball. You can use this for any sport. You could use this for anything you've done in your life.
Yeah, man. See, this is what we do on the GOAT James Kingdom Show, man. We talk the game of basketball in different ways. We are creative with it. Some might call us basketball nerds, but hey, I don't care about that. We love the game of basketball here. Nah, we don't. Well, we got a couple of guys wearing glasses here. We good. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine, man. And as you know, you'll find us in the chat line conversating. This is how we met Travis, right? Because T Perfect is a true troll on Facebook, but he knows how to identify these trolls on Facebook, and he knows how to identify you in any comment section beyond just the ones that are here during the chat line. So shout out to everybody that's in the chat line. So with that being said, we'll get on to the chat bomb with T Perfect, where if you're out here saying the most silliest things, Travis will definitely come out there and catch you, and you will definitely be attacked by Travis.
We are interrupting our normal programming. The current threat level is critical, meaning an attack is imminent. Civilians are advised to remain indoors. In some urban areas, evacuations are taking place. If you're in one of these areas, police will help you to safety. Follow their orders without question. You should remain indoors until you are told otherwise. You should now prepare for a nuclear strike. You will not be able to leave your location for 14 days after the strike.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, we actually started wanted to start a series on Scap Attack and exposing his abundant hypocrisy and just like his influence of bad takes. And like he really found a home on the page over there, Michael Jordan fans of the past page, because they just coddle whatever he says. It's an echo chamber, and so. But it was some technical difficulties to really get to decipher that. So one of his takes there, and this is going to sound a little bit redundant because we've been over this territory before, but I feel it's important to start at the beginning of his foolishness because he's just been on the rampage since then. So one thing that Scap Attack did, he went on the show, and Gilbert Arenas, shout out to Gilbert Arenas because his heart's generally in the right place, but Arenas cannot debate one-on-one without his own echo chamber there and on the spot because he's just not eloquent or intelligent enough to do it. And I don't care that he was a player. He just doesn't know the game aside from his own narratives, which are generally we agree with. But he just needs to be better. because Scab Attack and the entire panel was roasting him, even though they were serving him up softballs the entire time. And while I would have gladly had Gil's back, here's some of the things that he just whiffed on. So the main comment over there was they asked him why or when and how did LeBron pass Kobe? Because in their estimation, Scap's estimation, Kobe is just light years ahead of LeBron. And so any number of things he could have said was, again, Kobe had more help, or again, he didn't even go to total resumes. He didn't go to stats. He didn't go to total help in finals runs. He could have said that Kobe Bryant was 40-19, or I'm sorry, the Lakers were 40-19 without Kobe Bryant in any and all of their finals runs. So they were playing better ball without him, as opposed to LeBron. From any and all of LeBron's finals runs from 2007 all the way up until 2020, his teams were 18-35 without him. So that alone shows the dichotomy of the actual impact that they had on their teams. Not to mention, again, we've been over the analytics. Kobe Bryant was dog water analytically just because he was only relatively efficient for his era. He wasn't transcendent efficiency-wise. He wasn't as good of a scorer as LeBron by any measurement. Defensively, LeBron had a much higher impact as well, a much better facilitator and rebounder. So LeBron clears Kobe in every conceivable way. I was disappointed because Gil didn't bring that up one time. He was saying things like, his skill level was higher, or the competition, and he meant more to his team. He didn't go into any depth that would have just silenced that Scab Attack right off the bat. So again, there's any number of ways that we can prove that LeBron's better than Kobe Bryant. You can use resume stats. The real argument, or the real question, is in what way is Kobe Bryant better than LeBron or approaching? And you can't answer that without just saying things like skill, or I liked his footwork better, or I actually watch all of his games. Because if you're an actual fan who knows the game, you know that, again, LeBron James clears Kobe in virtually every category. It's actually one of the biggest blowouts and head-to-head comparisons of all time. So whenever you see that, that's how Kobe fans can never really talk the game, other than, again, just the things I mentioned, like the eye test, things like that. They're not going to talk stats. They're not going to talk results. They're not going to talk resumes. And neither is Scab Attack when the rubber hits the road. Again, he'll run and hide from you. That's why he's never come on this show, despite multiple attempts to get on them. He'd rather go on the show where they coddle him and just, kind of cater to whatever he says. So, again, LeBron, for the last and final time, LeBron is better than Kobe Bryant. There's nothing that says otherwise. Again, if we get awards, that's anything. We're not going to go over that again because it's just boring. But next week, we'll have a far better in-depth debunk of the next narrative, too. So, quick question of the day was, once again, from Adrian Knight, the GOAT. So you're letting Adrian, guys, in the chat, you're letting him and AAR ask all the pertinent questions. I'm beginning to think we don't have any actual basketball fans here. So his question was, will the Lakers win a title? Adrian, it's possible. They're starting off great. They're shooting hot. They're playing good defense, relatively speaking. They can improve there a little bit, but it's only 3 games deep. I don't know. It's who's the healthiest throughout the end of the season. I still think the Nuggets are going to turn it around, although I think they're very thin on the bench, but we'll see how that goes. Oklahoma City looks good, but we'll see. Lakers have a good shot, as good as anyone right now, but it's just out the gate. So we'll see how that goes. And again, day whatever long of asking Scap to come on here and defend himself, we know he won't do it because he's a scrub and a coward and a casual. So that's it for today.
All right, indeed. Shout out to UT Perfect. Thank you for that, man. That is a great job by you. Again, ladies and gentlemen, that is the chat bomb with T Perfect, where he goes off on you guys and lets you know that you can't talk the game of basketball. There's something wrong with you if you're just in the comments hating all over the place. If you're out here creating content, hating all over the place. So shout out to you, Travis. We appreciate you and what you do best. Can't wait for you to continue to explode and bomb on these dudes' paws when they come with their horrible takes as well, man. So again, ladies and gentlemen, that was the chat bomb with T Perfect, man. Thank you. As y'all know, this is the GOAT James Kingdom show, where we got our normal panelists as usual. We got T Perfect, King John, Craig King here talking the game of basketball. I'm actually going to get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, because I got to go watch my Miami Heat celebrate Dwayne Wade. Yes, y'all, Dwayne Wade. Y'all see the jersey in the background. I'm a big-time Heat fan, like I've always told y'all. Biscayne in June, okay? Biscayne in June.
2040. In 2040.
whatever. Listen, you can have the Super Bowl championships, Brandon. Our teams could meet each other in the Super Bowls, but when the Lakers and the Heat play, it's all war. It's all war between you and I when it comes to the Lakers and the Miami Heat when we get to June. So we're gonna have some fun then.
You always lose though. The 49ers
shut up,
always
man.
lose to the Chiefs.
Shut
The
up,
Heat's
man.
always lose to the Lakers.
Shut up, man. I don't get nobody.
So you gave me
none of
2
that.
titles.
Ain't nobody asked you none of that shit. Ain't nobody asked you about none of that shit. But anyways, y'all know what to do, man. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, become a member of the channel. Shout out to all you brothers, man. Thanks again, man. And again, tomorrow I will be doing the Heat Hour right here on the GOAT James Kingdom platform, and we'll be talking about my Miami Heat, and y'all will see all the footage and everything that I do from that. So thanks again for joining us. But we're gonna keep the show going. I'm gonna get up out of here. Thanks, y'all. Peace, bro.
Right. All right. See.
All
right. So.
Dip like that.
All right, so I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna bring up one at a time, anyways, so we could go ahead and continue discussing this NBA season. The link is dropped, so you guys hit it when you can. And I know someone wanted to talk about the Hakeem and Jordan thing. I'm not saying Hakeem had the best season ever. I'm just was saying by what Craig was saying, how he Jordan won the most awards. That's all I was saying.
See, that's the thing. I never said he won the most awards. I just said what he did that season is you can bring it up. He won the most awards. I just said what he did in '88.
I was fine with that. And then you said like for someone to have a better season, they have to win.
I just said when to have a great season in this era, would have to do all of that because those are all the new. Like I said, Hakeem and Jordan cannot get it in season tournament MVP, but KD and Devin Booker can.
Okay,
it's much. I would rather them go get an in-season tournament MVP than a defensive player of the year because how many in-season MVP means your team won something. That's more geared because your team won and you was best player on a championship team. That's why I would put more emphasis on it.
Yeah, because I was only talking about the awards. That's all I was talking about.
No.
That's
what I
thought you said. That's what I thought you said. You said Jordan cleared everybody.
No. Hakeem has it hands down because he won finals, league, and defensive player of the year. But as far as what Jordan did in '88, it was just more than the awards, in my opinion.
Okay. Well, I think LeBron James 2013 was the greatest season we've seen. You think Jordan's 88, so I was just going by the
I
awards.
like how everybody says that and they bring up the championships. I'm bringing a season that Jordan didn't win a championship. All of y'all seasons is when the player y'all do wins a championship. But then when you hear about Jordan, it's like we always talk about the 6-0.
Yeah, well, LeBron did have that.
I'm just saying. So your guy's greatest season has a championship on it. My guy's greatest season doesn't.
2018.
Well,
don't bring it 2018.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that because Craig do not believe more a title makes you a better player, which is great. All right, Twin Man, what you got for us? What you got for us?
First things first, man. It's the first Sunday I've been home in the last couple of weeks. So what up, y'all, man? I ain't got to hang out in it.
Yeah, it's been a while.
All y'all on the Yankees, kiss my ass, Yankees, Craig. That's what I'm talking about. We gonna make a comeback. Don, I'm shocked at you. Don't be hating on the Yankees, bro. Don't do that. You too, Travis. You too, B. Lee. Shame on y'all. Let the Yankees ride.
What are you talking about?
Yankees is actually my favorite team. My favorite player is Tino Martinez.
Dodgers.
Tino, yeah, he was the catalyst on that fall championship run we had in the late '90s, early 2000s.
Andy Pettitte, one of my favorite players.
One of my favorite Yankee players because he always used to come up with clutch hits. And when I say this name, y'all gonna say that's crazy. Remember Chuck Knobloch?
Yep. I knew you was gonna say Chuck Knobloch.
Chuck is good. Chuck is one of the best players ever.
Come up with big hits, bro. Him and Bernie Williams always would come up with clutch hits.
I went to the 98. I went to a Yankee Boston game in Boston as a kid. Like in high school, we went to Boston and we was like literally that was 98. That was the year we had like the best season ever.
Right.
So you should have heard the racist stuff they were saying to us in the crowd. Like, mind you, like we kids, like
Yeah.
So
Boston
who
fan.
all remember playing that RBI? I think that's the name of it. The video
RBI
game.
baseball?
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
used to
remember
love
that.
that game with the Yankees. Well, that's the reason I'm a Yankee fan. That was my team. I used to play that game.
Well, I became a Yankee fan because I went to school. I was a school trip. I got to actually go to a game where Dow Strawberry hit 3 home runs in the game. I was at that game. So after that, like I always grew up watching the Yankees. This is before I really knew about baseball, but then actually like that game made me a Yankee fan. And then I learned everything I know about the Yankees. So it's hurt my heart for like over like the damn last decade. They haven't even sniffed the World Series until now. So
that was going to be my question. When the last time the Yankees won a World Series? I mean, when?
2009.
2009.
Okay, it's been a long
A-Rod
time.
won his last one when A-Rod won it.
I was just checking because y'all Yankees teams. I just wondered when y'all win World Series. I just forgot that they won.
That's because ever since Steinbrenner, we try to be cheap. Ever since he passed away, the motherfuckers want to be cheap now. We used to pay for championships. Don't try to come with all this bullshit. We get the best players every time.
Craig, you're incorrect. They haven't been cheap when it comes to the bats. No, they've been cheap in the dugout. Like that's always been the Yankee hallmark. We always had the best bullpen. We always had dominant starting pitching. They've been cheap when it comes to starting pitching, bro. They finally got Jared Cole, and I was like, all right, they're gonna turn it around. But after Mariano Rivera retired, bro, we really didn't have a closer. We didn't really have a good setup reliever. So like we've been struggling in the bullpen.
How many saves Clay Holmes blew this season? We would have had 100 wins.
I believe you. Hurry up here and talk about the Yankees.
Oh wait, hey Brandon.
All right, I'm trying to get back to the topic, but Craig drew me in.
Get back to the topic.
But the topic, I believe Bronny James is absolutely gonna be motivation for LeBron James, and this is purely from a parent perspective. Think about it. When you step on a court with your kid, what do you want to do if you're playing against them? You want to torch them because that's your motivation to torch them. But what do you do when you play like a game with them against somebody else? You are trying to show out so your son can look at you like the hero that you've always been to him. So I honestly believe he absolutely will be motivation to LeBron James because, man, it's his kid. And it's like, yo, I got to show up. I got to show out. I can't look bad in front of my son. So that's why he's going to be extra motivation. I think JJ Redick is doing an excellent job. Actually doing something that I was screaming last year for them to do, even though Hayes is limited offensively. He's still a big body. He still can alter shots. He still can grab rebounds.
He's playing good this year, though. He's playing good so far.
Yeah, but he's a big body. He can alter shots and he grabs rebounds. I was sitting here saying, play big, and they're actually healthy this year. So I think the Lakers are going to go to the finals? It's too early to say that. Are they looking good right now? Absolutely. I didn't expect them to win all 3 games. I thought they were going to be at least 2-1. These first 3 games. I thought that. So for when they beat Phoenix, I was like, okay, all right. And when they beat Sacramento, when they came back and LeBron went off in the 4th quarter, I was like, yeah, it's a wrap. As soon as he started hitting jump shots, I was like, it's over. I already knew it was a wrap.
Can we do something about this Phoenix because people were so high on Phoenix, like.
That's every year because wherever Kevin Durant go, they're high on him.
Yeah. But Phoenix
this is
don't have a bad team.
With Phoenix for KD, right?
Yeah. But hold up. But Devin Booker at an all-star level already. Bradley Beal's looking like he's starting to turn around, and KD's going to be KD. So it's not like that's a terrible team.
That don't play defense.
Bradley Beal, we'll see how healthy he stays, though. It's Bradley Beal.
They are not a terrible team. They just not a good team. They're
what is that? The opposite of a good team.
Terrible. They're not terrible. They're just decent.
Are we going to say right now Phoenix isn't going to be at least top 5, maybe top 6 this year? I think they're going to be top 6 in the
league
this year.
In the West, maybe in the West. Top 6 in the West, but
maybe the West.
The 6th seed is not a title contender unless you're the Lakers.
The reason I always say
it's a beautiful thing.
It's only going to take one injury with Phoenix. They ain't got no debt. They ain't got no debt.
I agree with you.
That's
I absolutely.
that's the Kevin Durant effect. That's the Kevin Durant effect. They get him and they trade the whole team away.
I also agree with what King John said about LeBron's 3-point shooting. We already know all the dudes up here 40 or plus. When you're out on the court, you rely more on your jump shot. So I think he's going to shoot actually very well from the 3-point line this year. Because I know Craig said he didn't want to hear this, but LeBron is 39. He is going to be 40. And I don't think they should be trying to run the offense through him, which JJ Redick hasn't been. So I think the Lakers are going to be very dangerous this year. These first 10 games, I think, is going to say a lot about the Lakers. And if they stay healthy, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah,
all these thoughts in the chat.
Can I ask Twin Man one question? Twin Man,
what's up?
What's going on with your Knicks, bro?
First things first. How dare you? You will not do this, not John. My homeboy John. What's up?
Usually every team that faced the Celtics because
it is usually me. Craig up here.
I'm hyped for this season, so it just hey, let's go at everybody teams, man. You can go at my Bulls.
John, you take great shots at me, John. That's what we doing, bro. I thought we
Hold on.
John.
Got your back, Twin.
I want to address some of these questions here in the chat. Look at this. This is great. So this guy says, Herm talking crazy about Hakeem and Bron. Okay, Bron's 2013 was not better than Hakeem's 94. Let's just get on with that. Sorry, Herm. And he's like, can we talk about Scap literally building a brand off hating Bron? That's all he does. Every single one of his videos in some way or form relates to downgrading Bron. Recently, it's been attacking Bronny, elevating a guy who has no business sniffing like any spot above LeBron, like Kobe, like dichotomy in that, just hating Bron, and never giving him any props. It's always some excuse that he uses, and he's not consistent with his ranking criteria if he even has one. All of his videos are just for clickbait. They cater to the audience with just rabid Kobe fans or people who hate LeBron in general because he's being compared to Mike. It's not because he has any valid reason to do it. Like, he doesn't really use stats or achievements. He just uses his own biased narratives. And so that's why he doesn't come on to shows like this, because he knows he would get exposed in real time by everyone. So
I mean, if you think Jordan the GOAT, you shouldn't be mad if someone else think another player is the GOAT. That's my opinion. You can't be this upset at somebody's opinion.
I will have to say this: if you're one of these people, and this is what Scap Attack, Ticket TV, and the rest of them do, if you're one of these people who will sit here and say, if you're using stats to sit here and say someone's GOAT, you don't know basketball? No, you don't know basketball, because that's the only measurable thing you can use to actually figure out how productive and how great a player is. So if you're sitting here saying stats don't matter, that tells me you don't know basketball. I'm sorry. I don't care who you are a fan of. I don't care who you have as the GOAT. If you're sitting here saying your eyes is better than stats, I'm going to say you need glasses, LASIK, contacts, bifocals, and you need the eye of God. You need that third eye in the middle of your damn head to sit here and help you if you think your eye test is better than stats. Basketball in every sport is measured by stats. That's what we use. So to sit here and say we can't use stats to put anybody as the GOAT, you sound drunk.
All right, y'all. Let me go ahead and get some more people up here. Twin Man, I'm gonna just leave you up since you're part of the show anyway. All right, King Money Fly, what's good? What you got today for us?
Man, what's good, man? First off, I want to touch on what Craig was saying earlier about the '88 season. He was saying you couldn't use Hakeem because that's a team stack for as a championship. All I'm gonna say to him is, I'm glad you saying that, because when we say this about Jordan, about his 6-0, that's what y'all be harping on, and we be trying to tell y'all that's a team accolade, but y'all want to keep using that to boost him, and we be like, yo, it's a team accolade. And it's just so funny today. Y'all was talking about the greatest season, and he said he couldn't really use Hakeem because he finished with the Finals MVP because that's a team thing. But my whole thing is, and why y'all use it for Jordan, because he's 6-0. Like, that's a team thing. You know what I'm saying? But y'all use it for him. Hey, y'all use it. I ain't saying you use it, Craig, but I hear people use it. I hear people use it though.
that I picked a season that he didn't win a championship, and everybody
I
else
know.
season for their favorite player, they won a title. So what I said is, well, if that's the case, if the title is that much important, why do y'all say when someone bring up Jordan 6-0, why do y'all harp on that's a team achievement? If your favorite player's season predicated on them winning a championship, then why you get mad when someone say the reason why someone is great is because of championships?
Well, Craig,
No,
this is the thing. This is the thing, though.
And
this
I
is what
never
think
said
you're
anything. I said what Jordan did in 88 season. I didn't say because he won the most awards.
But nobody's overlooking championships, Craig. That's the thing. Nobody will ever overlook championships.
But you never heard me say Jordan's
said.
the GOAT because he's 6-0. Just throw that out there.
And you're absolutely right. Now I was going to say I've never heard you say it, but you already know that's the primary argument. It's a dumbass argument, but that's the primary argument people use.
Wouldn't you use the best attributes of your player to boost them up? We could use other stuff besides the chick championships, but
Craig, but to be fair, you always say 6 is more than 4, so you always say that.
Yeah, 6 final MVPs is more than 4 final MVPs. The fuck?
But if you use, hold up, if you use everything outside of championships, he's not really gonna measure up because then we have to talk stats, and it's not
Jordan does measure up. Jordan does measure up. All right. Is King Buddy already off? I didn't know King Buddy already left.
Yeah, he dropped. Yeah.
All right. Let me bring on. All right. What Emmy crazy, whatever that is. What you got for us today?
Yeah, man. Y'all stop talking about the defensive player of the year in this 88. Jordan was the leading in steals on that season. That's why he got it. So we're gonna stop that narrative. Now
I go to NBA.com and look at all their awards given. I'm gonna see Jordan. So I don't know. You can feel how you want to feel. I
agree with you. He won defensive player of the year. I agree with you, sir. But what I was gonna go to was y'all need to concentrate on this 95 and 96 season. Now he won MVP, wow. He won the scoring title, he was all defense, he won the championship, he won finals MVP, he was an all-star MVP, and then he also set history with that was 72-10. At the time, that was the best record ever. So that's the best season, sir. So you can give him the conference championship and you can give him the in-season tournament championship because they were 72-10. So that's Jordan's best season.
We give him something that didn't exist.
I'm just saying, if y'all want to put it up there, he can't lose the in-season tournament because he's 72-10. So
he didn't win the in-season tournament, so we just can't give it to him.
I'm just saying, if y'all want to come up with these fake stats that these fake tournaments, we already know what the in-season tournament was about. They're gonna move a team to Vegas.
What was it about? What was it about?
They're gonna move a team to Vegas, so they trying to see what the fans gonna be coming, if they're gonna be coming to the games. That's why they made them play harder. They made them play all the way to the end, and that's why it was set in Las Vegas. They finna move a team to Las Vegas, so the NCAA tournament is just a money grab. We know that, so stop with that.
I mean, it was popular. It was popular. Everybody liked it, so it wasn't a bad
problem. We need a team to win the in-season tournament and the league championship at the same time to put some respect on it. Because
the in-season tournament is a myth, man.
I mean, LeBron won it, so that brings more weight than anything.
Okay, the two finalists in the in-season tournament, one lost to the champions lost in the first round, and the runner-up got swept in the conference final. We need legitimate in-season tournament teams to make it legitimate.
Exactly.
Win the in-season tournament.
It's the first year. It's the first year. It's the first year. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Look how they talk about it. It's the first year. Look how they talk about it.
Well, B. Lee, what did you have to say about the 95-96? Do you have anything to say about 95-96?
That was a great season. It was probably the best season.
Was it better than the Kings?
As a player,
as everything, like he has the championship in that. He has the Finals MVP in that one. He has a historic team, 72-10.
As a player,
You don't have DP
as a player, yeah.
He has a scoring title. He has the MVP. He's all defense. He's all NBA.
better than Hakeem.
You
Still
don't
not
have
better than Hakeem,
You don't
bro.
have DP on Wilder, yeah.
Excuse me?
Player of the year. You don't have defensive player of the year, so it's not.
He's all defense though.
It doesn't matter. So Hakeem had a far better stat line than Jordan that year too. So Hakeem had a better stat line, and he swept every individual award basically. So how does Jordan have a better season?
Well,
or if you're talking team accomplishment, he had a way better team in '96 than Hakeem had in '94, sure. But that's why they won 72 and 10. That means nothing when you're ranking individual players.
Well,
he has MVP. He has a scoring title. He's defensive. He's all defense.
Season. Like,
also, yeah, Hakeem was dropping like 4 blocks a game, like 27, 11, and 4 blocks.
Why are you trying to use the team record? Why is he trying to use the team record as a feather in the cap for an individual player argument? That makes no sense. The team's record means nothing if we're talking about what each individual player did, the awards they racked up in their best individuals. So his team record means nothing to me.
Okay, so his individual records: MVP, scoring title, all defense, all NBA, finals MVP. Okay.
All-Star MVP too.
Scoring All-Star MVP too. Okay,
I mean,
so forget the team. Even though
it was great, it was a great season. It was a great season. I personally don't think Hakeem I'm not a big
debatable
fan in the first place. So I'm going to put Jordan ahead of him. But just for what they did in the season, Hakeem basically swept all the awards. So if we're just looking at that, we have to say Hakeem because he swept the awards.
Hey, I want some of these people in the chat to pull up with these hot takes that they're staying safe in here. Like they're all these ladies supposedly in the chat. Sure, come up in here.
I know all those bots.
Yeah.
All right, y'all talking about Bronny? Is that the conversation, Bronny?
Talk about
no, they're talking about
Bronny.
Scap and Gil and my takes, but they're gonna stay safe in the comments as usual.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. I'm saying, what's the main topic?
All right. So what's your take on the Lakers and how and if Bronny is gonna motivate LeBron to have a great season?
It's not about Bronny motivating Bron. It's about them actually running offense. It's about them actually going through Anthony Davis. It's about them actually putting out lineups that make sense. It's about them letting it's about Rui playing harder. It's about Reeves, them actually letting Reeves run the offense when they take LeBron out the game. And they going through AD. That's what the whole thing is, Sam. It's actually been a Gabe Vincent site in 2 years. I ain't seen him until just now. So it's like everybody contributing. So, and then JJ actually doing a great job coaching, to be honest, but as far as Bronny even being in the league and the history, I mean, the history they made and all that, it's just going to be history with an asterisk on it because half the people don't think he's supposed to be in the league and half the people think it was nepotism he got on. So it's going to be history, but history with an asterisk on it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, a bunch of haters out there.
Boy.
That's just my opinion. I'm saying.
Topic.
I know. You got your opinion, you got a narrative.
You got kids, bro?
I'm waiting on responses. I'm just.
No,
do I have children?
You got kids? That's your opinion.
Yeah, go ahead, Twin Man. So we can move on.
Bro, you got a son at all? I'm just curious.
No, I don't have a son, sir.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
At some point, because I got 5 of them, and so playing basketball with your son, no matter what age, you show out and you put a little bit more effort into it. Now we're talking about at the highest level of the basketball world. I agree with you in the sense LeBron doesn't need Bronny to motivate him. But you don't think having your son sit next to you on the bench instead of sitting in the stands like where he was before he joined the Lakers, that's not going to be motivating to like, yo, I can't sit here and play trash tonight. My son looking at me. You don't think that'll be sitting in the back of his mind?
Well, see, I would have to know how Bronny feels, because half the people think that LeBron is only doing it for him and that Bronny don't really want to be there. I don't know Bronny personally. Now, if he wants to be there and he's having fun, cool. It might motivate Bronny. But now if he doesn't want to be there and LeBron forcing him to be there, then How does that supposed to motivate LeBron? See, so I got to see both ways, bro.
All right.
How is
Thanks.
LeBron?
No. Okay. That's enough. Well, thanks for coming on. Hopefully you come on next week. We're gonna move on. We do have a LeBron in here. I'm gonna bring on Herm as well. But yeah, that's crazy that LeBron is forcing Bronny to play in the NBA. That's pretty amazing.
His dream was only to play in the NBA, but now all of a sudden we're gonna push the narrative. LeBron's forcing him to be there. I tell you,
force him to play in the
Herm, you
NBA.
called it right.
All I know is he
Toxic
could have
fan-
said, "I don't want to go there," and not even be in a draft on his own.
What you say, twin, man?
I heard Herm, you was right. Toxic fan bases is what's destroying the NBA. We just had a toxic comment right there. LeBron is forcing Bronny to be in the league. That's something new.
Nah, but twin, man. But I honestly think though, it's not necessary. I think LeBron is gonna carry himself the perfect way, show Bronny how to be a professional. So that's why you go get the best of LeBron. We've seen LeBron in instances last season to where he's walking back on defense after turnovers, not really paying attention to detail on the defensive end of the ball. You're not gonna get that this year. I think LeBron James is gonna be laser focused. He's gonna show how to be a leader in the locker room. He's gonna show how to be an ultimate professional. And I think that's why you're going to get a better, more focused LeBron James. It's not particularly because the influences on Bronny's impact on the team itself. It's just more that LeBron want to show his son the right way. And honestly, he won't be able to critique his son if his son sees him walking back after he turn over the ball. He's not going to be able to critique his son and give his son the right advice if his son see him not paying attention to detail on the defensive side of the ball. So LeBron's just basically leading his son by example and showing him, hey, this is what you need to be if you're going to be successful on professional level. So that's why you're going to see a more focused and more, more focused and more motivated LeBron James, honestly.
Hey, Herb, good take, Herb, because when I used to play basketball, I played in Indiana. If we played somewhere like Southern Indiana, and my father or my uncles wasn't there, I wasn't really, I play, but it was different when my father showed up. Like I wasn't about to walk anywhere on that court. I'm playing 100 miles per hour, so hopefully, Brian he does a lot of walking around the court at times. He doesn't get back on defense a lot, and having Bronny over there, hopefully that puts some down.
I heard that after this road trip, they sending him to the G League. I heard he's not even gonna be there after this road trip. They sending him to the G League.
I mean, they play in like the G League, and they come straight back to the same game because I forgot the dude on the Lakers. Christie, he would play in the G League and in NBA the same day. So it's possible. It's possible.
Well, I would hope.
What's up, Lamont? What you got for us, Lamont?
Nah, I was. I was listening to Craig talk. He trying to have it both ways, right? Like when we say greatest, like if you debating the greatest player of all time, just like Twin Man said, that's all individual. No, Jordan fans rarely say, let's have a debate where let's debate the greatest career of all time. Because once you start to encompass career, I think that's the terminology that adds in the team stuff. Like, so when you say, so nobody is saying Jordan wasn't the greatest player or wasn't the best individual player in 1988. I think he was the best individual player in 1988. But did he have the best individual season because of 1988? I don't think so. Because to encompass having the best individual season, that terminology then brings in what your team was able to accomplish, your playoff run, if you won any awards in the playoffs, like the Finals MVP, if you did anything. And that's why I just think, I mean, if you're going to have an individual player debate, just like Twin Man said, have that one. If you're going to have a career debate or a debate that encompasses what your team also accomplished, have that one. But I just think they're more so scared to have the career debate because if you start to incorporate LeBron's entire career versus Jordan's entire career, LeBron really usurps him there as well, even with Jordan 6-0. So they don't want to have the career debate. They want to have the individual debate, but then bring in a whole bunch of team stuff that makes it unbalanced and unfair. And that's why I say it's just kind of unfair all around. Pick the debate you want to have and then have a realistic debate about that. Quit trying to mix everything into one pot the way you want it to mix it in, and then try to debate with a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't even pertain to the conversation.
I'm confused.
I think when you're talking
about Craig, Craig, stop right there, Craig. So what are you confused about?
So you're saying that the team success you can measure a greatest individual player by the team success or not?
No, I did not say nothing like that. Like I say, this is why I call people who think like you kind of dumb, because what you just said was nothing what I tried to relate. What I'm saying is, if you're going to have an individual player conversation, have an individual player conversation and remove all of the team attributes from it. If you're going to have a conversation with regards to what player had the best season or what player had the best career, then have a fair career or season conversation where that then incorporates team success. So it's hard for me to say Jordan had the greatest season ever in 1988 because by using the term season, I'm bringing in team success. He didn't have much team success in 1988, and he didn't have more success than players like LeBron at his peak or in his best individual season and things like that. So it's hard for me to even incorporate Jordan in that because LeBron did much more. He had a better team, better playoff run, more success at the end in some of his best seasons. Jordan did. Jordan's best season ended in complete team failure.
So Lamont, just to be clear, you're saying that LeBron's career you're saying that LeBron's career surpasses Jordan's, but like besides like the team success, like what more finals appearances and more.
I'm saying if you stack up LeBron's entire career, because if you go career for career, if you put LeBron's career versus Jordan's career, LeBron's career, everything from individual to team success supersedes Jordan's by miles, and it's not even close.
Team success? How team success by miles?
Okay, so because team success incorporates everything, so that means deeper playoff runs, right? As much as people want to push back against it, I know the award wasn't available to MJ, but even the in-season tournament adds a layer that Jordan can never touch. Just like Jordan attained awards that Bill Russell couldn't touch, just like Jordan attained awards that Kareem Abdul-Jabbar couldn't touch. So just because the award wasn't available doesn't mean we can't use it against you. So we can still use it against Jordan. The thing is, when you stack LeBron's career because of the longevity up next to Jordan's, it's like an encyclopedia next to a notebook. LeBron's is just going to usurp it. It's the longevity that does it. But the longevity is one of the great things about his career. Y'all just make it seem like longevity ain't nothing, even though y'all walking around at 35, 36, broke down and can't even walk up and down the hallway or whatnot. So that's all it is.
So LeBron, I got a question then. So if you bringing up individual contests to LeBron or Jordan, why you won't look at the individual accolades for Jordan still having?
Because it goes against his narrative.
Hold on. Because if you're having
individual accolades,
if you're having an individual conversation, who's the better player, Jordan versus LeBron? That's a different conversation. Hold on. It's a different conversation from the GOAT conversation, right? Because a lot of times a lot of times when people have a top 10 list, they're mixing in their favorites versus who they think is a better player versus who they think has a better career. They mix in so many different things. You don't know what their top 10 list really represents because there's no criteria or structure there. So who's the better individual player? Just skill for skill. Well, I already went through that. When I broke down skill for skill, better individual player between Jordan and LeBron, if you break down all elements, all skill sets in the game of basketball, LeBron checks more boxes than Michael Jordan. If you look at every skill across the game of basketball that I could think of. And when I did that, LeBron checked more boxes than Jordan, unfortunately. But you guys, again, even in those same conversations, a lot of people that say Jordan's a better player than LeBron, y'all pick and choose what people should count. Y'all try to disvalue the playmaker.
what evidence that you use actually to come up with your analysis?
So what I did was I did it live on the show. I said I had over 50 something different types of categories that could be categorized or labeled as skills in basketball. Right? As many. And then I even asked the chat. I said, if I'm missing anything, y'all fill me in on what more skills I should add in. Everybody said, yeah, I think this covers everything. So we go down the list. LeBron checked more boxes in the game of basketball than Michael Jordan. If you're just saying who's the better individual player. So even if you go down that route of who's the better individual player skill-wise, it's still LeBron. If you go with career, it's still LeBron because he's just done more, he's accomplished more, right? The longevity is what really adds to that. And if you want to say who won more championships, really, okay, that's Jordan. He won more championships. That's really the only conversation he can win.
I know you got a lot of access when it comes to synergy, looking at real scouting reports. So did you use scouting reports that GMs or that put together when it comes to breaking down LeBron and Jordan's individual skill sets to put in your criteria?
There's no scouting reports on synergy.
So
now I have to just talk about the jury. I know you got access to synergy. I know you get a hold of scouting reports to my knowledge. So did you use any scouting reports to come up with your analysis? I mean, what you use?
I used the same analytical measurements for every player involved in these conversations. A lot of times, the one of the most significant measurements on synergy is going to be points per possession and things of that nature. And that's kind of how they categorize, for example, who's better off the pick and roll, who's better off catch and shoot. They going off points per possession. That generally is what tells you who's a little bit better. And it's hard because, especially when you're in a conversation with LeBron and even Kobe, it's hard because Jordan played it depends on how you want to muck it in, but Jordan just played in a league that allowed him to do things at a much easier rate. It was just easier. Things are much more difficult for LeBron James and even the Kobe Bryant to do what they do. And so now people talk about Kobe's inefficiency. People talk about LeBron James' missed shots. Well, that happens when you play in a league that's just much better defensively.
No. So, Lamar, what that tells me is that your criteria isn't actually going to be consistent if you're ranking like top 10 to 15 players, because it looks like you're specifically just trying to elevate one guy above specifically Michael Jordan by saying things like deeper.
I have Michael Jordan as the GOAT.
And you're ignoring errors.
Based on my criteria, I have Jordan as the GOAT. You don't even know my criteria. That was a completely different conversation. That wasn't what I said.
Jordan as the GOAT.
I had a conversation about who's the better player. That's not the GOAT conversation. See, because y'all done got so caught up into thinking who's the better player is the GOAT conversation, you don't know how to delineate between.
Well, you just said that his career is better than Michael Jordan, which is a lie too.
Okay, listen to what I said. That's a different conversation. That's not my top 10. That is not indicative of the GOAT conversation or the top 10.
Who's the top 10 then?
So first, ask me what my criteria is so you understand how I formulated it. So my criteria is simple because I formulated it for basketball dummies that pretend to know the game, kind of like you, T Perfect.
Mm-hmm. Spit it out.
Purely solely based solely. No, basketball dummies is a polite terminology to let you know that you got a lot of growth to do in the way you talk the game.
Fix your mic right quick. Fix your mic right quick.
Hold on, what's wrong with my mic?
It's kind of low. It's static.
Hold on.
Damn, I can't say Jordan had a great 88 season because he didn't win the title.
It's ignoring reality if you say things
okay, you hear me now?
Yeah, your mic clear now.
It's my criteria is just dominance in your respective area. You said what?
It still go out and come back in right quick.
All right.
So my I mean,
I don't think Jordan is the GOAT over LeBron. I don't think it's close, to be honest with you.
At this
point,
it's
not close. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Like when you talk about that shows your criteria is whack as hell. If you want to talk about longevity, fine. But if you're talking about overall career, then you have to take into consideration major accolades and awards, he beats LeBron in everything
Yeah,
except
everything
for
LeBron has
matters
the
though.
most
All-Star
NBA
and All
awards.
NBA.
LeBron has the most
So
NBA
he has,
awards. LeBron has
yeah.
the most NBA awards. Stop talking about awards. LeBron has
So
the most.
we don't care about your stupid Player of the Week, Player of the Month that didn't
I'm
translate to an
talking
MVP.
about the NBA states. LeBron has the most NBA awards. I don't care what criteria you're talking about. The NBA states LeBron has the most awards.
So what matters is
Craig been cooking to me though.
yeah, what matters is Mike had more MVPs, more Finals MVPs, more
Okay,
in-season,
that matters to you. That matters to you. That makes
more
sense. That
seasonal
makes sense.
titles, better analytics,
But
all
you see
across
how
the
he
board.
picking the awards he wants you to consider.
I mean, the
But
NBA states LeBron has the most awards.
But B-Lee, you see what he did. You see what he did, B-Lee.
So my
He
dad-
handpicked.
the ones he feels are important.
Yeah, he tries
see,
to tell you which
I
awards are
only
the
I
most
feel
relevant,
those
and then he
are
tried
important, right?
literally, Craig. He told you. He said we don't care about the NBA Player of the Week awards. See, the thing is, you can't handpick what's relevant and what's not.
Sure, we can.
NBA award.
No, you can't in your criteria, but it just makes you less credible.
Not really.
And that's all it is. So that's why. That's why.
Okay.
I'm going
If
to
it
pick
didn't,
and choose what I want.
your Player of the Week didn't translate to an MVP, all right? So what does that mean? You were like the least consistent player, or not as
Well,
consistent
that don't
as
even
the guy
make
who
any
actually
sense.
won?
So you mean to tell me that
The dumbest
players
thing ever.
win MVPs without Player of the Weeks? Is that what you're saying?
Not at all. What I'm saying is, who cares if it didn't translate to an MVP?
You are not consistent. You're not consistent if you're saying that though, because MVPs do have Player of the Weeks and Player of the Months.
Yeah, but I'm not using a Player of the Week if the guy didn't win the MVP to be like, well, that is actually a huge part of the debate. I'm going to
picking and choosing. Picking and choosing.
This guy over that guy.
I'm
That's
saying,
dumb.
all I'm
everything
saying is
matters.
until we have an
Especially if
episode
his
on
stats
player, until we have
especially
an
if his
episode
stats
of
like
Player of
weren't
the
better
Week
than that
and
guy's at
Player
the
of
end of the
Months
year either. So
award,
like,
and no one
what's the
talks
argument?
about Player of the Weeks or Player of the Months, but we never
When
had
you
an
have to
episode
remove
discussing
things from the criteria, it makes you less credible when you have to remove things.
I'm not removing anything. I'm just saying we never discussed it enough. It's only brought up when it's about awards. Then that's what we never had. We talk about MVPs. We talk about we had a whole episode about in-season tournament, but we never had an episode about Player of the Weeks. But now all of a sudden it's we picking and choosing.
It's never all of a sudden. I always say that LeBron has the most NBA awards.
If we make it
He has the
prevalent,
most.
talk about it, then people would
He
know
has the
about it.
most.
People
Okay,
don't talk
he still
about
has
it.
the
They don't
most.
know.
He still has the most.
I think your little
I
Trump
think
card.
that's the
You're like,
danger because you're gonna have guys like Luka and Jokic catch that.
I'm sorry, Craig. My boy,
That's
being a
kinda
little
bad.
bit disingenuous. They have always said LeBron James has the most NBA awards. It's just that when we say that, people immediately sit here and say, no one's talking about Player of the Week and Player of the Month. It's a recognized award. So
who cares?
Nah, but you know, Player of the Month was different back in Jordan's time than it is now, though. Like how they
Everything was
doesn't matter.
different in every time. Like we don't we give Jordan credit for stuff that wasn't available in the 60s and the 70s. Why we have to discredit LeBron awards?
I named something that wasn't available. Then that's something major to when we do our criteria of which player is greater.
But we have
so what was missing?
get away from
in
one
Bill
award is
Russell
more important
time,
than the other.
that was different in Jordan's
Award
time.
is recognized by the NBA, correct?
I mean,
No, so Twin, are you saying that the span of 3 to 4 games, and a player is better than that guy who won the MVP that year is better than the MVP, ranks higher or is equal to?
Y'all do that with the finals
I mean,
MVP.
you guys put emphasis on the finals MVP. You do it with the finals MVP. That's us 4 to 7 game.
You
award.
literally just had an argument about Hakeem getting the finals of MVP over
Yeah,
Jordan.
I had an argument about you saying that Hakeem that Jordan had more awards in the NBA.
That's why I
Hakeem
said
had
Craig
more awards. That's all I said.
Pick and choose when the award is more
No, but
important than the
Craig,
argument.
You're the one who picking and choosing. You're the one who
But
picking
Craig,
and choosing. You just
B.
said
Lee
6
isn't-
MVPs is more than 4 MVPs. You just said 6 MVPs is more than 4 MVPs. Finals MVP. You just said
I literally said Jordan had a great 88 season, and you went to Hakeem has a finals MVP.
you said Jordan had a great NBA season because he had won all the awards. And I said
I never
Hakeem
said
won more
anything
awards.
about awards. I said he had a great season. It's much more than the awards. You just went
You
to
said
the
awards first, and then you start saying for someone to have a better season than Jordan, they have to win finals and season tournament MVP,
for someone
conference
in this
MVP.
era to have a great
I know you
season,
went to awards again. Like you keep going to awards.
Because the in-season tournament is something that Hakeem and Jordan can't get. So for him to have a great
You didn't say
season,
nothing about
in this
Hakeem. You said
era,
Jordan. You said
that's
for
why I
someone
brought up
to
in-season
trump
tournament
Jordan,
because it wasn't available.
they have to win in season
It
MVP as
wasn't
well to trump
available.
Jordan.
The in season wasn't available. That's why I said someone would win the league MVP, the in season tournament MVP, and the
You
final.
keep going to awards. You keep going to awards when Hakeem did it better than Jordan. That's what I've been saying the whole time. You keep going to awards when Hakeem did it better.
Because the awards is something you know you're going to get. We're not going to know if someone's going to average 40. We're not know if someone's going to put up 50 points in 30-something games. These are just awards. Jordan did more than just win awards that season. I can only go by what you can actually get. I don't know how much they're going to average for a season. I don't know how much rebounds they're going to get for a season. I don't know how many steals or blocks they're going to get. All I know is they can get these awards. That's why I put the emphasis.
All right, Craig.
So wait,
all right. So let me throw.
The two are different. There's literally an award for the best player of the season. It's not different. It's different from the Finals MVP, right? That's the cap of the championship all the way at the end. Player of the week does not equate to MVP of the league.
But I think it's nine.
I
other
never said an
seasons
MVP
that we
is
can
weighted
point
the
out
same
better
as
than
an
Hakeem.
all month award. I said for the last 5 years, LeBron has the most NBA awards. That's all I've been saying. He has the most NBA awards. You can say what you want to say. LeBron has the most NBA awards. LeBron has the most points. LeBron has more categories, awards, whatever you want to count it to anybody in NBA history. LeBron is still breaking in-game records in year 22, age 39. He's still doing this shit. He was breaking seasonal records in year 21. He's continued to break records every single season he's in the NBA. No one has had a greater career than LeBron James. No one has done what LeBron James has done, and LeBron has continued to do it. He did it in the Olympics. He did it last year. He continues to do shit no one's done before.
Hey, B. Lee, here's my question to you. Are you sure you want to go down that type of road that you're going? Because it's going to be some guys that's currently in the league now that's probably going to catch all that instantly. You got guys like Jokic.
No one has yet.
No
one has yet.
What I'm saying, you got guys like Jokic piling up numbers, piling up awards, individual awards. You got guys like Luka that's going to start pounding on things and adding on to it as well. So it's going to be guys that we know personally. I wouldn't put no damn Luka Doncic over LeBron James. Even if, let's just say Luka even start winning titles, MVP, I still wouldn't put Luka as a better basketball player than LeBron. But if you're going down the road you're going and how the game is shaping, how the game is more offensive oriented in the NBA, you got guys like a Nikola Jokic and a Luka that might catch them in that aspect. So you sure that's the type of road you want to go down to try to use those?
Well, why has no one called him yet? Why hasn't no one called him yet?
They're still relatively young in their careers. So that's just Jokic. I can see Jokic playing another 11, 12 years because he doesn't use a lot of athleticism. I can see Jokic.
He's going to have to. He's going to have to. He's going to have to play for at least 20-something years to catch LeBron James. And that's going to be hard because LeBron is in year 22. Still doing things no one has done before. Last season, he had a season that no one's done before.
I mean, Jokic going to end up breaking the triple-double record this year.
Well, here's the thing.
LeBron's not number one in triple-doubles. Russell Westbrook is. I mean, that's not even LeBron's record category right there.
To be fair, I don't think that anyone's going to approach LeBron's, not just his longevity, but like even if they play as long as him, you're not going to score. You're not going to average 27, 7, and 7. Luka, I mean, I don't care who you are. There's no way he's going to play that long, that consistent.
Luka play like 60 games a year. Right. He's going to have to play 30 years to catch LeBron.
It's going to take like a degree.
He played 72 games last year.
You're staying, yeah, but he's only like what? You're like 5 or 6. Like LeBron has been.
He's year 7 now, and he's averaging
LeBron averages what, like 71
games.
LeBron averages what, like 71 games per year played, and he really hasn't had a significant injury until like 2019. So like it's going to be. He takes care of his body, and he's driven. So I don't think we're going to get that combination again as far as the production plus the years played. I don't think we're ever going to see it just from like a possibility perspective.
Now because we haven't seen it, but like you said, we never thought someone would break Kareem record. It happened, so I can't even see that.
Yeah, I mean, it took like 50 years.
Yeah, but
he made the record in 82?
Yeah, but Kareem's record was built off his first 10 years, not like, or his first like 11 or 12 years, not like his 20 years that he eventually played, because his like averages went way down. That's not the thing. That's not the case with LeBron. LeBron's putting this out of reach because he's not dipping at all. Kareem like fell from like 20 points per game and like
That's
81
not
and
true.
82 to
Kareem
like
broke the record. It was
14.
31,000 points. Kareem
Yeah.
added 7,000 points onto the record.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the
But like
record.
he wasn't the best scorer or top 5 scorer in the league like his last 6 years. So like LeBron has to quickly.
I mean, LeBron just had a 30-point triple-double yesterday. That's what they're trying to catch. Someone who's not slowing down. Someone who just set an in-game record in a quarter last game, yesterday. No one's done what LeBron James is doing. Continue. Like, it's going to be hard to catch this dude. We're saying Luka going to catch him, but he played, 70 games once. Like, he averaging like
I don't think his
63
style
games
play
a
allows
season.
him to catch him.
Like, he has to play 30 seasons to catch LeBron. Like, how's this going to be possible?
That's the difference between your goat and my
Apparently
goat.
you're disgusting.
My goat, you don't need 30 years to achieve what he achieved. You don't need 30 years to play to achieve what
Can
he
we
achieved.
get Jim Brown up here?
That's why he hasn't achieved more than LeBron, because he didn't play that long to do what LeBron's doing.
Can we get Jim Brown up here? Like,
wasn't
he
breaking
always
game
has stuff
season.
to say.
I mean, this Jim Brown dude, I think he's the dude who changes his profile every week. First, he was Adrian Peterson. Like, he just changed it to football players every year, saying, me and you are disgusting. So I know it's the same person. He just changed his profile picture or title every week.
Retrieving disgusting. Yeah.
So B. Lee, how you feel about what Kendrick Perkins said that he feel like the longer LeBron James plays, it hurt his legacy? How you feel about?
I mean, that's just stupid. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what LeBron doing playing longer hurts him. Like, what hurts him?
You don't see all those memes now? The most missed shot. You don't see all those memes? Like, see, this is what I mean. Now who cares? Now we picking and choosing. Are we picking and choosing?
So Craig, he's supposed to quit basketball. He's supposed to quit basketball because of a meme. He's supposed to quit basketball because of a meme or somebody saying he missed a lot of shots.
No, I'm saying what he said in general, not because of what I'm saying in general. Like, it's not gonna hurt his cause. He just because he in year 22 now.
Okay, explain to me how that meme hurts his legacy.
What do you mean? He just literally made the record for the most missed shots.
Okay, explain to me.
If he didn't play in 22.
Explain to me how that hurts his legacy.
What do you mean? Explain to you how he has the most missed shots in history?
Okay, now explain to me how that impacts or hurts his legacy for missing the most shots.
Because he missed the most shots in history, so therefore they're gonna call him what they call Kobe, a brick.
Okay, but to you, so I want you to explain
it.
it.
It don't affect to me, but it does have a
No,
bearing.
nobody calls Kobe a bricklayer.
Number one, he has 2 number 1 categories that's in the negative. You telling me that's fuck it?
Okay, now I just want you to tell me, how does it negatively impact his legacy?
Negatively impact his legacy.
It don't. See, you're struggling. It don't hurt him. Nobody cares.
I'm literally just saying it does. It has some bearings to it. You can't.
No, it doesn't.
And say because it's just a. So if it don't have any bearings, then the all-time record, the all-time scoring doesn't have anything on a legacy either.
No, because it's like this. It's
because he missed the shot. That's what you want to do.
No, because y'all been ridiculing Kobe the whole time about him missing the most shots.
Who's y'all?
Who says bad things about Kobe? Who says bad things about Kobe?
Kobe's one of the most highly favored players in the NBA.
An episode saying Kobe is not even in the top 10.
Who?
I don't think he's top 10.
I mean, people say that. I think he's the 3rd greatest player I've seen with my eyes.
There's a lot of people that don't think he's top 10. I never had him. This was before his death and after his death. I never had him top 10.
That nigga Craig cooking, man. I don't care what y'all say.
Craig is cooking because he's saying that because
y'all pick
he
and
has
choose what stats y'all want to do.
Y'all not really.
Y'all pick and
No, Craig.
He can have that. We just don't care. We just don't care. He can have that.
So
we just
don't care about player amongst then. If you don't
so hold on. So Craig, how is B. Lee picking and choosing? How is B. Lee picking and choosing when he's using everything? And you're not. Hold on. You're not. Hold on. Wait, hold on. You just said, you said Craig was picking. I mean, you said B. Lee was picking and choosing, but he just says I'm using all the awards, regardless of how I weigh them. But you're not picking and choosing when you're completely disregarding certain awards because you don't feel in your emotions, you don't feel they're weighted properly enough. So you're the one picking and choosing. Then you're yelling, talking about everybody else's picking.
Play of the month. I said we don't make it prevalent because we don't discuss.
Okay, so how do you weigh? So how do you weigh them in your? How do you weigh them in your arguments?
In my arguments, we don't talk about play of the months in none of our.
So you don't weigh them. So you don't weigh them, right? So you pick and chose and decided not to weigh them.
What I said was we don't pick it. We don't talk about them because we don't talk about them. Nobody in this panel said.
Hold on. But you just got on B Lee because you said that he chooses to use them, regardless of how much they weigh or how much we value them. He still says he got it. It's an award. I have to count it. But you have to say I'm selectively saying I'm not going to include this because I don't think it has as much value as some of the other awards. Is that what you do?
When did I say?
Okay, so then tell me.
We don't.
So then tell me how do you weigh those awards? Since you do consider them to a certain degree, how do you weigh them?
I don't weigh about. I don't put too much bearings on the other awards.
Bro, you just contradicted yourself right there, man.
So every award is equal. Then you want every award to be equal.
We just said they're valued differently. We just said they have different weight, regardless of the weight. You still have to consider and count them.
But
that's what just B Lee just told you that.
But when did I say I didn't count them?
Okay, so I'm saying if you just said you don't count them.
Because I don't talk about it, I don't count them.
Okay, so how do you weigh them?
They count.
So how do you weigh them? Since you do count them, which is new, how do you weigh them? How do you consider it in your conversations?
I don't bring them up for anyone that got it. That goes for Jordan and LeBron.
So you don't consider it?
We don't mean I know they have it, but it's not some it's gonna be whoever has the most play of the months or play of the years because
I don't talk about those either, Craig.
Awards.
I don't talk about them either.
I'm just curious as to what weight exactly you would give it there, Lamont, because in order to equal 2 or 3 more MVPs, like what kind of a weight are we talking about there? Like per capita.
I'm trying to ask Craig. I asked Craig how he weighs it.
No, I want to address LeBron's legacy. I want to address LeBron's legacy being tainted because of most turnovers and most field goal attempts missed. Can anybody point out to me who is on the top 10 most turnovers list or the top 10 field goals missed in NBA history that can't play the game of basketball? That's not one of the greatest players to ever play the game of basketball.
Well, that's a stat. Y'all don't count it, so I don't have to answer that because y'all don't talk about it. So
No. Who said we don't count it? We just says it doesn't mean nothing negative. You're trying to attach a negativity to it. There is nothing negative about it. You want to make it a negative stat. There's no such thing as a negative stat because you're on the all-time.
I said it's a stat.
So
why is it negative? Why is it negative? What makes it negative?
Who is the standard for least missed shots?
So much disrespect.
Who is the standard for the least turnovers?
Total stat. The same way y'all talk about the 40, it's a total stat. So why?
Okay, but I know who's the leader for the points. That's LeBron. But who's the leader for the least missed shots? Who's the standard?
Go look it up. What?
Who's the standard for the least turnovers?
Go look it up.
Someone who played 1 year.
So I mean, so we're judging something that you can't even
on certain totals.
judge.
Now it's
someone that's not great at basketball. The guy with the least turnovers and the least missed shot is not great at basketball. So you're trying to use something that doesn't determine greatness to try to take away something that does determine greatness, which is the all-time scoring leader, because you can't explain why you can't appreciate the all-time scoring leader. It's no one's fault that LeBron James. It's no one's fault. It's no one's fault that LeBron. It's no one's fault. LeBron James is number one.
40,000 points. I said this. It's a total stat, just like the total amount of turnovers and the total amount of missed shots. So the same energy y'all want to say for the 40,000, keep it for every fucking total that he got.
No, and guess what? Being the all-time missed shots leader is also great. Being the all-time turnover leader is also great. It is another top 10 Hall of Fame list that LeBron James sits on top of. So there's nothing negative about it. That's all I had to say. I'm back to go enjoy my heat.
Okay. picking and
I'm,
choosing.
I'm, I'm
Okay.
I'm about to list the missed shots. So it's LeBron, it's Kobe, John Havlicek, Elvin Hayes, Carmelo, Dirk, Melo, Kareem, Jordan, Vince Carter, Dominique, Russell Westbrook, Rick Barry, Dr. J, Elgin Baylor, Allen Iverson, Will Chamberlain, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and Dan Issel. Like, these are all great players. So that doesn't mean that it's like a terrible thing that he
Bum
has
Melo
the most
out
missed
there.
shots, because he has
Kevin,
made
wait,
more
But
shots than he
where,
missed.
but
He's
where's
made
Kevin
more
Durant
shots
everybody
than he
ranked?
missed.
picking and choosing though.
Really?
Honestly, slick is
Huh?
picking and choosing.
Was Kevin Durant on the list?
He was down on the list.
What a
Like
god!
he like if you was to do a quick search like with the superstars with the least miss as far as the all-time great players, I think Shaq would be one of those guys that probably, when you look at the all-time greats, I ain't saying of all time, but Shaq probably out of all the all-time greats got the least miss attempts of all time, I think, if I'm not mistaken, because he did have great shot selection. He always was at the tops of field goal percentage for 10 straight years. So you look at that, Shaq, when it comes to that, probably is one of those
Shaq is
all-time greats that
67th.
didn't miss a lot of field goal shot attempts.
Shaq is 67th, and I'm looking to see which top 20 player has less than him. I don't think,
Yeah.
other than Bill Russell, because he didn't play that long.
Ishmael says he's in the back.
Steph Curry is actually high up there too, though. Steph Curry
Yes,
is
Steph is up there. Steph is up there. Kevin Durant is 32. Scottie Pippen is 64. Steph is
so like
46.
when you look at it
Put
that
the bum
aspect,
down. What I said it was wrong. Ishmael wants to come up here and be like,
Okay, let me bring Ishmael up.
But it all depends how we look at it, though. But if I look at it for as one of the all-time great players that didn't really miss a lot of attempts, Shaquille O'Neal is
oh,
at the
can we get
top.
Dart up here? Dart in the house? Dart wants
Yeah,
to come chop it
just
up.
like we said that just like we said that LeBron made more than he missed. So hey, it's all good. Where's Dart at?
Oh, I thought I saw him in here for a minute.
No, let me see Dart. All right. Ishmael, what you got for us?
Yeah, I just want to say that last night's game was unbelievable, man. And I think it's just a testament to the fact that LeBron James can turn it up whenever he can, but what he's doing is like, it just seems like he's playing naturally within the system that's getting everybody involved. And I just thought that's why I thought LeBron was better than AD, because with the intangibles, and he edges him out, that he has the capability of trying to what I've witnessed last season, that he's helped the team through pressured situations or get him over the hump, and he still has that ability. Like, having an in-game record like that is just, I don't see why anybody else would have him to go or say that anybody has a better career than that. His longevity is just
Ishmael,
impressive.
you want to know the truth? Why that he had a great game last night against the Kings, bro? You want to know the honest God truth? You know he owns DeMar DeRozan, right? The kid that he's been owning for years.
That's what it was.
That's the context that
That's
you
what it
need
was.
right there for last night. DeMar DeRozan.
Okay, yeah. LeBron told something like that.
Because
Yeah.
I think the
Lamar,
King, if DeMar DeRozan wasn't on that team,
motivates
they
him.
would have won last.
He motivates him. All right, let me
Bro,
bring up.
y'all need to be careful. These Lakers are winning games in the fourth quarter, man. This is something they weren't doing last year, man. This tells you it's a different scheme and culture there. Like, yeah, I don't. The way they winning games, I don't think it's gonna stop.
Be good at. You remember before the season?
Yeah, I wanted to
be
say,
good,
yeah, I've been keeping an eye on it. It's just that the team is just so different. The morale is different. Like JJ Redick is
it was
like
gonna be different
involving
anyway because you
himself.
was gonna
It's the same team. It's the same team, but yeah, I get what you're saying, because
Three games in.
they're doing coaching.
It's Bronny James. Bronny James changed the whole energy, and nobody wants to admit it. Nobody wants to admit it. It's Bronny James' energy.
Hey, the man who called it though. I've been called it.
I said this a while ago. I said this over the summer. I said Bronny James is just gonna make LeBron play harder.
Yeah, you did.
And smarter, not harder. It's gonna make him play smarter. Because last year, I didn't think LeBron was playing smart basketball, and he's known as a high IQ player. This year, he's back to being more strategic in this approach. This was a slow game, a methodical game that he had versus the Kings. He didn't really activate into the fourth when he really needed him. He had a different approach versus the Suns, just kind of letting AD barbecue in the first 2 games. His approach this year is what needs to worry people because he being more calculated. So as long as they stay healthy, it's gonna be hard to beat this Laker team.
I
They're
agree.
playing so much better
Billy, I
with each
think
other too,
Legend of
man.
Winnie. I think Legend of Winnie is trying to hop on, man. A-Lo.
Like everybody is getting, everybody is involved too, man.
All right, Peter, what you got for us? What you got for us? I know you've been waiting.
Man, what's happening? What they do, bro? Yeah,
What's
man.
good?
So yeah, as far as the topic, not much, man. As far as the topic, I could see it being something because I forgot which player it was. It wasn't Kobe, but some player was making a comment that throughout the season, particularly as you're making deep playoff runs every year, you do have that fatigue, that mental fatigue, during the regular season where to get up for a game against the Pistons in January or something, it gets hard. So I could definitely see somebody having their son there, giving them that little extra juice. I think it's something to that. If I was to quantitatively put nothing to it, I don't think it's much. You know what I'm saying? But it's something there. I'd say it's something there. But if this thing is true as far as him going down to the D League, I don't know how much value that would have or how much juice that would give LeBron. That said, the 88 topic, Olajuwon Jordan. For me, awards mean something, but it's not like the thing that I value the most because at the end of the day, it's still human beings that are voting on those awards. You feel me? And politics and narratives come into it. Now, is a great amount of correlation between the best players and the award anyway, right? So I'm not saying that awards means nothing, but for me, I prefer more to look at the stats, the advanced stats, and the eye tests when it comes to assessing a player's individual year. And for me, Jordan's 88 would be, if I had to select Jordan's absolute best season, individual season, I would say it would be that season. Because of the fact that he scored on such volume at such a high percentage. You're talking about 35 points a game, 53.5%, along with I think 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and then at the same time expending the amount of energy that he did on the defensive end, finishing, I believe, first in defensive win shares that year and third in defensive box plus minus, right? And then just the eye test when you watch him playing that Rondo, he was playing Rondo and Ben Simmons defense against the point guards back then because they didn't want to shoot. Doug Collins basically had him playing safety, and he was just getting involved in everything, just being everywhere. I just think of the incredible motor. I haven't seen anything like that from a.
You just made all that up, man. Yeah, God damn, man, bro. You just made all that up. Man. That is crazy.
What?
He was a horrible defender.
Hold on. Let's go through what I made. Hold on. Real quick,
We were
Ismail.
actually
Real
comparing
quick.
him to like Hakeem. We were comparing him to Hakeem as well, and Hakeem was a far superior defender than Michael Jordan ever was.
Hakeem's 94. Hakeem's career period is incredible. It's amazing to hear you guys have this reverence for Hakeem all of a sudden, because I heard Johnny saying that he wasn't as athletic as Gobert, which was extremely last week. It's extremely disrespectful. The reason why I have Hakeem in my top 10 solidly is mainly because of the value that I give to those 2 rings and what he did relative to the amount of help that he had. Same reason why Dirk's 1 ring. It's an opinion.
Go back to telling us about that Jordan 88 defense that you just completely made up. I want to hear more about this made-up Jordan defense.
Did I make up the defensive win share finish? The first in defensive
No. First of all, defensive win share didn't even exist back then. Remember, you only have to rely on eye tests. Tell me what your eyes told you from 1988.
No, but the defensive win shares are based on measurable.
No, it's not. You don't even know. No, it's not.
It is.
No.
Yes,
Hold on. B-Lee, check this out, B-Lee. Have you ever watched a game and said, dang, I think that defenders with defensive win shares is really high. He really defended. His defensive win shares got to be real high. No, you use your eye test and you don't think about analytics. You just run the analytics to try to paint the picture you want to paint. So
Of
no, hold
course
on. So
not.
what I'm saying is because hold on. First of all, I have a whole bunch of defensive analytics that tell me,
Mhm.
like I could pull it up right now from Synergy. That will
All these people
hold on, hold
talking,
on,
didn't say nothing
hold
this
on.
whole.
There's a whole bunch of defensive analytics
You see them,
that could
right? B? I
potentially
ain't seen them
say
for 10 minutes, and they up here talking about me.
that potentially say that Nikola Jokic's a top 10 defender, but we know he's not a top 10 defender because we actually watched the game. So don't run to me with these
Mhm.
defensive analytics that could be misconstrued. Tell me about Jordan's defense in 1988, like when you actually go back and watch the game. Because when you go back and watch the games, you even hear the announcers vilifying Jordan on the defensive end. These are just casual announcers saying he's not a good defender. Multiple games, multiple announcers. And then you can just use your eyes to see that Jordan's getting barbecued by his own man. So what made Jordan a great defender in 1988, especially over Hakeem Olajuwon, who was actually getting legitimate stops, who was a legitimate defensive player that had legitimate impact on defensive, and we're just running wild, playing freestyle, safety style defense, gambling every time he give you a chance.
Hey, Lamar,
All
you
right.
you you
Do I
use
get?
that good eye
Hold
test,
on,
didn't
real
it,
quick.
Lamar? You use that good eye test, didn't it?
Before I speak, will I be able to?
Go ahead, Peter. Go ahead, Peter.
Yeah,
Go.
just before I start talking, I just want to get it. Will I be able to go for about 90 seconds without interruption before I start talking? Can I get that agreed to, Lamont?
Hey man, go
I
ahead,
would,
man.
No.
I would give you a good 60 seconds. Go ahead and go. Good 60 seconds. Go ahead and go.
All right. All right. So what Lamont says as far as certain of those defensive advanced metrics is fair to a degree. I mean, I wasn't watching. Well, these are rewatches because I was born in '82, so I wasn't watching Jordan '88 live, right? Most of us weren't, so that's fair. However, the raw box stats are there, and even discounting the inflated steals, the block numbers, right? Um, when added on to the steals, let's say if we reduce them from 3.2 to 2.5 or 2.6, combined with the 1.6 blocks, just looking at the box score, the raw numbers, when you add on to the amount of the type of offensive load that he's carrying, it's still incredible. It still fortifies the point I was making earlier. Insofar as two-way seasons, I haven't seen a greater two-way season when you look at the performance on both ends. Now, as to what the announcers were saying, I don't know. If you could cite those and I could hear what they're saying, that's fine. The reason why, real quick, the Nikola Jokic thing. They made a change in the defensive box plus minus formulation where they gave increased value to centers that have high assist numbers, and they made some arbitrary, ridiculous argument that there is some correlation between centers that have high assist numbers and being great defensive players. So they recalculated it and boosted up Jokic. He's the only outlier in that list. If you look at it, he has no business there. So for me, it doesn't completely invalidate that metric, but I don't need a metric anyway. That would be my argument. 88, both things combined, offense and defense, best two-way season, in my opinion.
Hey, but Peter, why you didn't troll
I have a
Lamont
question,
about
Peter.
using the eye test, man?
That was Kamala Harris talking right there. Said a whole bunch of absolutely nothing right there. Didn't say nothing that meant nothing. Can anybody tell me what he just said?
All right.
What,
Peter,
nobody
hold
understood
on.
the Nikola Jokic
Yeah,
point about the defensive box plus minus being
yeah,
given more
I
value
understand that
because
because
so what is Lamont talking about? Is he remedial?
all right.
What are you delayed? I don't
Nah, I know
understand.
what he's doing. I know what he's doing, though.
Okay, Peter.
No,
I have a question. So,
you don't
No,
want
he
to.
so
might be
you're saying
legitimately
that
slow, Herm. I
no?
think he may be legitimate,
All right,
you know.
Peter. That's cool. But you're saying that Jordan had the best two-way season ever. Is that's just basically what you're saying? You just had the
Yeah,
best two-way season that you've seen of a player,
yeah.
and two-way season because of his points and his basically what he averaged in blocks and steals.
Well, it's points and the efficiency, right? Having to carry that offense. Also, keep in mind that Bulls team was third-ranked defense in the league without a good defensive big. So, I factor that in also. So the impact that he was having on the overall team defense, being running around and doing, Lamont discounts it, but it's really the only way they could play and have any kind of defensive impact because they didn't have an anchor.
Mm-hmm.
So I put tremendous value on that.
That's
all
true.
right. Okay. Okay. That's cool. So if you're saying that Michael Jordan was the superior player offensively and defensively, tell me the reason why he couldn't get them to an NBA title. If he had like this amazing season, why didn't he not win the NBA title?
Well, Pippen wasn't developed. You know, he wasn't fully developed. He
Okay.
wasn't ready yet. You know, I think it was his
Okay.
rookie year, '88.
Yeah, that's his first year.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he
This is
didn't
why
have.
people say Jordan is 6-0 when you ask him shit like
Okay.
this. This is why people say Jordan is 6-0 because everything he does, if he don't win a title, it don't mean shit. The only time y'all recognize Jordan is when
never
someone
said
says
that.
6-0.
I never said it didn't mean anything. I'm just trying to see
So
what
why you ask why he didn't win a title? No one besides Bill Russell won a
Billy,
title.
Okay.
why didn't
All right. Okay,
Billy,
Peter.
Titles
So
don't mean nothing.
LeBron
so
lose
Remember, y'all
2010?
said that.
all right.
Y'all
Okay,
said
Craig.
titles
Craig, you
don't
can be
make how
quiet
great
now.
you are.
So I could get to my point. All right. So
I'm just
so
saying,
tell
y'all
me
say titles don't make you great, but the first question
all
you
right.
ask is
All
why he
right.
didn't win a
Okay,
title.
Craig. I understand. I understand what you're saying. All right. So Peter, tell me in 1994 when Hakeem Olajuwon had literally two-way, he was great, scoring defensively, defensive player of the year as well, MVP of the year. Tell me why was he able to win a title that year and did not get stopped in the playoffs?
Because 90s were plumbers, remember?
Well, you could say. Well, the biggest factor would be Jordan being out of the league. I mean, is that fair? You probably say no, but also the guys, you know, they were together for about, I believe, the core of that team was together about 4 years or so at that point. By '94, am I wrong? 3-4 years or so, and they'd really developed some nice chemistry. You know, Tom Janovich came in. And, you know, he kind of changed some things around after Hakeem was complaining and, you know, he was on the verge of leaving. So they built up really good team chemistry. And guys like Cassell was incredible off the bench. I don't know if he won sixth man of the year or whatever. Maxwell, great defender, great 3-and-D guy. So the team gelled and, you know, they had a good overall team. And, of course, Hakeem was playing on similar to Dirk's ring, like how Dirk's one ring did more for his career than any other player I could think of insofar as one ring. I put even more value on Hakeem's 94 ring relative to the amount of help he got. So if somebody want to take Hakeem 94 over 88 Jordan, I'm not going to fight him.
Okay.
Hakeem was incredible.
So would you say that his just complete season of what Hakeem did was probably superior than what Jordan did? Would you just say that because of he was not stopped that season?
Hey, I'm gonna take a cop out, bro. I'm gonna say it's a dead heat, bro. I'm gonna duck the smoke.
Hey, Billy. Hey, Billy.
Smart people that keep tapping
Hey, Billy. I'm gonna put it like this though. I'm gonna put it like this. That '94 playoff run was special though. What the Rockets did.
It was.
For one, he did it. He did have another superstar on that roster. That's for one.
Who's that?
I mean, he didn't.
He didn't.
He
He
said
didn't have
he did not. He did not.
Yeah. So and the teams that they beat, everybody thought the Phoenix Suns it was gonna be Charles Barkley of the year in 1994. Man, they thought the Suns were gonna run through that West, and for them to beat the Suns in that 7-game series, and then they went against a talented Utah team that was hot at the time. Everything was going full circle for them, but they dominated Utah in that Western Conference Finals. But for them beating Phoenix, where it was up for grabs for Charles Barkley to take over to get his ring.
Barkley failed that year because KJ was cooking. Oh my God, KJ was cooking. That
I
game
was on
7.
punishment. I couldn't go outside, and I watched that game.
But the Rockets had no business beating the Suns in that 7-game series, but they did due to what B. Lee described what the last one was doing.
He couldn't be stopped. Yeah, I know. We want to say.
Well, that's not necessarily what made Houston a threat that year. I think Houston in '94, especially because of what they lacked in all-star talent, they went to a style of play that was unheard of, and they start chucking up a ton of threes with a whole bunch of three-point shooters around Hakeem Olajuwon.
It did.
And so once you go to that style of play, nobody understood how to defend it. And that's what mitigated them not having the all-stars was the three-point barrages that they would put on people's necks. Yes, Hakeem was great individually, but they had a significant style of play. They went to today's style of play to win that title. And they didn't rely on that old 90s style of play that would have lost them the series versus some of those teams.
But do you
That's
think
that's a great point.
That's a great point. Choked in that 1994 playoff run, though, Lamar? That series against the Rockets, though?
Who choked?
The Suns, like Charles Barkley and Phoenix.
I thought we were supposed to be talking
I
about.
mean, I don't think players choke. I just think they got outplayed. You know, that's it. I don't believe in the choke shit.
Barkley underperformed significantly.
Boy, you don't All-Stars they don't underperform. The other team stops you. If the other team stops you, that's just a sign of a team that can actually play defense and have a great defensive scheme and plan. All-Star players don't just walk into a gym and start missing shots. You got to make them miss shots.
Unless you John Stockton, Game 7 of the finals.
All right, we got y'all Cap up here. Hey, what's good? What you got for us today before we get up out of here?
Salute to Bronny for making the NBA. But how we gonna say LeBron's the best scorer when he's only been the number one scorer once in 22 years? So it's more like NASCAR and golf stats. How we gonna say he's durable when he's only played 182 game season out of 22? And how we gonna say he got a bag when we seen Monty Williams DM up? He stole the rookie from Carmelo Anthony. We seen that, but we also see Jordan got 5 MVPs, but we seen him get robbed 5. What about when they were 69-13 in 97 when they gave it to Karl Malone, when Jordan averaged more points and basically more everything than him but rebounds. So we seen Jordan get robbed and we seen LeBron steal awards. So screw all the award stuff. But at the end of the day, MJ got the 88 Defensive Player of the Year because he had the steals titles. End of conversation, man. LeBron is not the GOAT. MJ the GOAT. Period.
Can I ask you one question? Should Steph Curry have gotten Defensive Player of the Year when he led the league in steals?
Excuse me?
Should Steph Curry and Allen Iverson got Defensive Player of the Year since they led the league in steals in certain seasons? Should they have won the Defensive Player of the Year?
If they also had the amount of blocks that Jordan had that year, yes.
Okay, but you said he only won it because of the steals.
Because those are additive to everything else he was already doing on defense.
Okay, so outside of the steals and blocks, what was he doing on defense?
What you mean? He had a lot of blocks. What we want to go Google that now? I'm telling you the main reason why he got it. But he had multiple blocks which Steph Curry hasn't had.
Okay, so for example, I want you to talk defense without relying on the numbers, because the Bulls that year in 1988, they had 3 players that were top 20 in defensive rating, right? They had 2 players in top 10 or 15 in defensive box plus minus. So they had good defenders on that team. Horace Grant, Charles Oakley, Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan. So what I'm saying is, outside of the steals and blocks, tell me what. Just like we can talk about what made Pippen great as a defender without looking at steals and blocks, just like we could talk about what made Oakley as a great defender without steals and blocks, what made Jordan a great defender without steals and blocks?
Okay, so now you want to do it without stats. Okay, so now we just gonna do it to how Ant-Man came out, and it was the eye test. It was the plays. It was the same way Jaylen Brown did it in the finals, and how he got the finals MVP. It was impact plays. It was impact defense. That's what it was about, man. The impact of the defensive plays that he made. That's what gave MJ the nod on that 88 season. That's my whole point about the.
Give me one impactful play. Give me one impactful defensive play from the 88 season that you can remember.
Oh my God, from the 88 season. So you want me to go back 26 years in my memory?
I mean, if this is arguably the greatest season of all time, you got to remember something.
No, my argument was the 95-96 season was the best. But okay, let me go back in my mind. Check out 88. Okay, 88. On my mind. That could have been the year.
Did you watch?
That could have been the year I seen him block. Excuse me? That could be the year I
Have you
seen
watched
block
us
Ewan
in
shot like
1988?
4 times.
Nah, that's nine. That was nine. You talking about Charles Smith?
No, I'm saying when I seen MJ chase Ewan down like 4 or 5 times in the season. That could have been 88. But you want me to go back and base something off something I seen 27 some years ago. I'm 43 years old. My mind don't work like that. You want to do it with the stats? I gave you the stats. Now you want to change it from the stats of something that I
No,
personally
I never said do it with the stats. I've always said that steals and blocks are the most flawed thing to look at when you're looking at a great defender, because most
I'm gonna help
defenders.
him out, Lamar.
So who on the panel
Okay.
said
I got a
stats
moment.
matter? Was that you
I'm
that
gonna
said
give an
stats matter?
example. I'm gonna give you an example, bro. Like the moment in 1988, it was a big crucial play against the Pistons when Michael Jordan stripped Isaiah Thomas and ended the game. That was a big defensive moment that Jordan had in 1988 that you could
He
have used.
stripped Karl Malone at the end of the game too.
That's 98.
That's
Yeah,
98, but I'm
98.
talking about 1988 though. I mean, give a moment in 1988, something like that you could use
They
to
haven't
say.
watched Michael Jordan in 1988. There's no
The
point
reason
asking
why,
that.
the reason why
So I
I'm
try
steals
to help him
43.
out
I
though,
saw the
I
dunk
gotta help him
contest,
out,
the original dunk contest. I'm 43
the
years
reason
old.
why
I
the
saw
reason
it.
why steals and blocks aren't equivalent to better defenders is because you can cheat, you can gamble in order to
Thank
clear
you.
passing lanes in order
Thank
to
you.
rack up on steals. You can also hide on defense if you have all the great defenders around you in order to intercept the passing. Michael
That's why he
Jordan was
brought the
also
zone
hold on for a
to
second.
hide players.
Hold on for a
The
second.
zone came
You
in.
can also hold on for a second. You can I'm just to say this last thing. You can also gamble on blocks too if you wanted to, and just go out for a bunch of blocks. And today's game is different too in terms of blocks. They try to save the possessions instead of just going for crazy ass blocks all the time. So it's not always prevalent on the best defenders. Sometimes it is, and sometimes it isn't. It depends on the context.
How do you guys make the distinction between a person gambling versus a person just being really adept at coming off the ball? Like, is that an eye test thing? Is there any measurable for? Because it
There's no
seems
measurement. It has to be an eye test, bro.
yeah.
It mostly is.
No.
So for example, I think
Hold on, Peter. Let me have your back
Shea.
for a second.
Go ahead.
Because I mean, so in this, when we're talking about 88, obviously there's not like a ton of footage, and like I watch a lot of the stuff that Lamont put up and everyone else when they were trying to discredit Jordan, like the
There's
high
plenty
heaven,
of footage though.
in order to
No,
push
y'all
him
didn't
off.
watch y'all didn't watch what I put up, because if y'all watch what I put up, y'all mind would be changed, because I put up information that you cannot argue. This is bulletproof. My information was bulletproof.
That nigga Lamar
No, so
did
what we
that
saw
15
here, what we
games. I think he did it
and what we
15
saw.
Yo, what the
Listen.
hell? It's like Lamont said my name one time and
God.
everybody just know my name now. Like, what the
Listen.
fuck?
So what we saw obviously was Mike.
Damn, I didn't say nothing in 20 minutes. Stop talking my name. Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
so what we saw was Mike had that obviously like his first of like, or his second of like 200 steals or blocks, 200 steals, or 200 steals, 100 blocks seasons, right? Also, we saw him. Did he gamble on defense a lot? Yeah, but also he led the league. What you meant to was in defensive blocks plus minus over when they went back and applied it, obviously. In hindsight, over Hakeem Olajuwon, but Hakeem led him, I think, blocks. But Hakeem was some. But what we also saw with Jordan playing occasionally, and like I'd say more often than not, he was playing like head up, good strong defense. Obviously, his man wasn't like the primary scorer every single time. But when you're talking about a guy who covers that much of the field, who can, like Lamont says, play free safety and things like that, and who has that much of an impact defensively, was he a shutdown guy from the start? No. Did he get better defensively? I think late 90s, early 90s, late 90s. Yes, I think so. But the statistical numbers he would put in, you can't just say they meant nothing. And he was a poor defender when he's putting up that kind of production. And the actual defensive analytics tell you that as well. Like his team wasn't suffering; they were benefiting him, and they were markedly worse when he was off the floor. That's not why he won DPOY. Sadly, he won DPOY because all they did go off at that time was just the regular stats.
Blocks and steals.
Do you think so? Because look, there were the bunch of guys who won before didn't have, like Sidney Moncrief didn't have like a ton of steal numbers.
did the year before though.
Yes, he did. When Sidney Moncrief won, he led the league in steals. What do you mean?
It was blocks and steals.
Well, look at
Travis.
Alvin Robertson, averaged
Michael
like 5
Jordan-
steals a game
Michael
after
Yeah,
that.
but you got
Because
Rodman.
Michael-
Rodman didn't have a bunch of
Bro,
box
Michael Jordan
score.
was campaigning for that Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah,
He was,
but he
trying to
was
campaign
campaigning
for his
in
steals.
1987. He was complaining in
Yeah, he thought he
1987.
should have won it in '87, but they gave it to
Yeah,
Michael.
and he was using his stats as a measurement, as a way to indicate that he should have won
Nah,
it.
but
So it
Michael
was
Cooper's
definitely about
stats was
steals.
close though. Their stats was actually identical almost. They were
Michael
close.
Cooper's stats were garbage. Like,
Nah,
Cooper
but
didn't
they
have
were
a-
close in '87. But
The only reason why he didn't
but
win it in
nobody
'87
still.
because they had a trash record. Nobody giving no discipline.
They had a losing record.
Under
Yeah,
500.
but,
Yeah, they had a losing record.
nobody still answered Lamar's question in my opinion. Y'all cap, man. You gotta answer that, bro. You could have brought
Nobody answered my question when I said how you call him the best scorer when he's only been the number one scorer in 1 year.
This is what I'm saying. If he's
But
saying,
LeBron's the best scorer because he scored more points than everybody in NBA history. That's
You know what I'm
but
saying?
if
Is
he's saying,
y'all focused on the 88 steals thing. I was just backing up something
but if
somebody else said.
if Lamar asked you name a defensive moment that Jordan had in 1988, you should be able to name something like Lamar.
there's none.
Lamar probably remember this. A late game block that when Dominique Wilkins was going for a go-ahead basket. Michael Jordan blocked the shot, late game block, they won the game. Stop Dominique from making a go-ahead bucket. It's moments like that you could bring up that could have backed up. Like, I actually watched what Jordan did in 1988. I actually went back, watched film, seen some defensive moments that he had.
Why does one moment matter? Like, you can't name a moment.
But he said name
You
one.
can't name a moment Rudy Gobert had this year.
Name one.
Hey,
See,
Cooper averaged 1 steal and a half a block, by the way, in '87.
Yeah, but you can't name a single moment Rudy Gobert had this year, and we can watch every one of his games.
That's what I'm saying. I got 30 years of NBA knowledge in my head. You're talking about 1 year? I can't.
Let me ask. Do you think
when that wasn't my focus was on how LeBron was not that great.
Well, I think what y'all trying to do is
Y'all what was your question? Your
well,
question
y'all
was
can't analyze offense and defense the same. You can analyze offense in totals. I don't think you can analyze defense in totals and numbers. So I think just because B. Lee says he thinks LeBron is the greatest scorer because he scored the most balls of all time, don't mean you can computate defense the same way. A great defender is more likely than not, he's never a great defender because of any running total number or steals or blocks, right? It's just never that's just not how defense works. If you understand the defensive side of the ball, defensive guys really get poo-pooed on the most because they don't have great numbers or something that running total that contributes to it. Like I say, we watched Allen Iverson when they went to the NBA Finals, led the league in steals that year. He was not close to being the best defender on that team. It was Mutombo and Eric Snow and Aaron McKee and all the other guys around him that led to him being able to get those cleanup steals when they play great defense. No, those steals and blocks rarely are indicative of who the best defender is. In some cases, in a few cases in NBA history, yes, it does correlate, but in most cases, it does not correlate. And so when y'all say with Jordan with these steals and blocks in '88, which we know the numbers were juice one, but we also know that when you watch the games, when you watch each of those games, when you look through each of those games, when his man was scoring over 20 points per game on him, and you're sitting here telling me that those little steals and blocks that he got simply nullified his man scoring 20 points per game on him and shooting over 50% from the field.
You throw out the advanced stats. You throw that out. You throw out the overall team defensive rating. So
No, because first of all, you don't know advanced stats are highly tied into your blocks and steals. So all of these advanced stats don't take into account deflections. They don't take into account a lot of the things that you coaches actually look for in a great defensive player. These advanced stats, the one thing about stats and analytics is that it needs numbers to produce a new number. So to get a certain number in any analytical measurement, you have to use other numbers. So when you're talking about a guy who's a great defender and he's great at jamming up screens, blowing up plays, there's no number to measure that. So again, a lot of these box plus minus, a lot of these numbers that it relies on points per game, points per possession, steals and blocks. It's highly reliant on running total numbers, and it still doesn't give you an accurate best defender.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying though, Lamont. Sure, defense is almost impossible to capture in a metric, right? I think everybody would agree
So
with
why are you
that.
giving me metrics? That's why I don't use metrics. You are.
But
I'm not
listen,
using the
the
metrics.
reason, no. I'm incorporating the metrics because it's the only measurable. At least we have some sort of measurable to point to. I can't just say Jordan is the best because when I watched the game, I thought he was. You know what I'm saying? In a debate,
But why are
have
you
to have
not?
something.
But why are you not considering the measurable that I gave you? When I gave you the measurable that Jordan's man on a night in, night out basis averaged over 20 points per game on close to 50 or over 50% shooting, I gave you
Yeah, I
that
saw that
measurable. You didn't
show.
consider that. How come you didn't
Yeah,
consider
but
that
Lamont,
measurable?
let me answer the question. The
No.
reason why, because
Use that measurable.
I'm answering. You asked me why I didn't consider that measurable because on its face it was disingenuous. When I looked at the list that you had, nearly 3/4 of the players were small forwards, and I saw the little fuzzy math, little bookkeeping that you were doing. You were doing 3-card Monty, so I just discounted it.
I got it. Hold on. I got the list right here.
Yeah,
Do you want to continue with that lie? Do you want to continue with that lie?
Larry Bird. You even had Bernard King on there. Like
Hold on,
those
hold
aren't
on.
Jordan's
So-
primary assignments. You had a bunch of small forwards on there.
No, I didn't.
Get out of here.
No, I didn't. See, you can say
the
so.
list up.
So the thing is, hold on, please, Peter. Hold on. Before I even pull up the list, we can make a $500 bet right now that what you just said is not true. Do you want to make that bet? Since you
What's
said
the
you
bet
analyzed the list,
That is
500.
that is a
That the
bunch
list
of
does not
it's a bunch
consist of
of
most small forwards. Yes,
It's a lot of small
$500.
forwards on
No.
there.
Okay, bet 500 right now. And I'm not
Sure,
even
go
looking at the
ahead.
list. So, is it a bet?
Go ahead, show the list, bro.
No. Is it a bet?
How are you gonna enforce the bet? If I say I'm not gonna pay you, what you gonna do? You gonna come to Miami look for me?
So no
Put the
bet.
list up, bro.
Do you want to bet?
He averaged 30 something on LeBron in 017. I'm just saying, some people get scored on.
Nah,
What does that
let him show the list because I remember Otis Birdsong being on there. I remember
No,
Bernard
because-
Riley.
no,
you had
because
Dominique.
what-
You had Dominique on there. You had
Because
Bird
what-
on there. You had a
Be-
bunch of small
Hold
forwards
on.
on there.
Okay, so what about Doc Rivers when he had a 30-point triple-double? What about Magic Johnson
And
at the
you
point guard
see,
position?
again, that's how disingenuous
What
that
about
is.
Reggie Miller? Hold on. What about Reggie Miller?
How you got?
Okay,
how
hold on.
you
Let me
got
pull up the
Doc
list.
on there. Doc had one good game. You had Doc on there, and you got Dominique on there. 2 players on the same team. So he was guarding.
No, they were not on the
point
same
guard.
team. Doc was on the Knicks. What are you talking about? You don't even know the year you're
Oh
talking
shit, Doc
about.
wasn't on. All right, my bad. Hey, players fuck up. Shit.
No, I know.
I got a question.
Doc wasn't on. Doc wasn't on the Hawks that year.
No.
We talking about 88, right?
Because there was one game where when Doc cooked Jordan, and then they switched and they put Jordan on. I forgot who they switched on the next game. He got cooked by another guy. But yeah, Doc barbecued him for sure.
Billy, I got a question.
What's up, Ishmael?
So is there anybody that's played? Because I want to get back on like LeBron James and stuff. Because like, dude, that game is like phenomenal. Like to do that man went 100% from field and had 6 of the team's assists in the fourth quarter. Has there been like anybody close to this type of play, especially like later in their career? Is there like an example?
Later in their career, I know what LeBron did yesterday. No one has done before. No one like in any quarter, 15, 5, 5, and didn't miss a shot in any quarter. Like LeBron did that yesterday by himself.
On a rainy day in April with birds chirping outside and
no, it's on a regular season game in the fourth quarter.
It's
when
a game. No, any quarter. It don't even have to be the fourth quarter. Any quarter.
These stats be so
Any quarter.
specific.
All of them gonna be a new stat. It's gonna say when his son on the bench. Why his son watches from the bench, so it's gonna be a new stat. He made a layup while his son's watching from the bench.
LeBron did something that no one's done before in history. So that's
I just want to know who is these people type on my mind thinking I'm speaking. I think everybody they speaking is think that's me talking because every time somebody speak, well, it's Craig didn't have this take. I'm like, come on, let other people enjoy.
Yeah, and like the chat, they keep bringing up your name is weird.
You got to stop looking in the chat, bro. That shit is driving you crazy.
I think it's like delayed or something. I don't know. It's weird. They keep saying Craig this, Craig that, Craig this.
No, I'm running it on Newsbreak. I'm running it on Newsbreak, and they got like a 35, 40 minute delay. They got a delay. That's all. They got a 45-minute delay.
Can I ask LeBron a question?
I gotta say,
okay, Cap, dude. All right, so you want to know why LeBron's the greatest scorer of all time, even though he has one scoring title? Is
No, my
that
statement
argument, right?
was my statement was how is he how is he the best scorer when he's only been the number one scorer 1 out of 22 years? How is he more durable when he's only played 182 game season out of 22 years? How is he the clutch when we seen him not be able to get a shot against Denver in the Western Conference Finals? How is he have a bag when we seen a late 40s Monty Williams lock him down on national TV? Like, that's what I'm trying to ask. That's my statement.
All right. So
that is my statement.
Let's start with the scoring. So I already said that LeBron James is best scorer because he has the most points. He has the more professional points than anybody. He has scored over 50,000 points professionally. No one's done that before. No one's done that before. Like, he has 40,000 points. He's number one in the postseason. Like, what he's doing is crazy. Like, nobody in postseason history has 6,000 points. LeBron has 8,000 points. LeBron has 20 straight 25 points per game seasons. No one, like, that's something that should not have been done in history. Like,
will he have that without the longevity? Will he have any of that without the longevity?
Yo, what does that mean?
20
Nah,
years
but
do not have this.
saying that's why
People
it's
who
so
did this does
impressive.
not have
You
this.
can't
No
just
one
throw
does
that away.
this. Yeah,
You can't
no
just
one
throw
does
it. You
things
can't.
like this. No one's
Because
done
you
like
said points
last
per
year.
game, and we all know that Jordan has the most points per game in the regular season and in the
Will
finals.
LeBron James not have the scoring
we
record if he don't play longer? Like, what?
Yeah, like, we understand that. Like,
what does that mean?
Players has played 20 straight. Players play 15 seasons. Okay, players have played 15 seasons. Only Kevin Durant did this for 15 seasons, 25 points per game. LeBron did it for 20 seasons. Like, that's remarkable. LeBron, if you going by like LeBron scoring, like, everyone say 30 points is the standard. Michael Jordan, okay, we could say he has 50% shooting, even though he's 49. LeBron has more 30-point games on 50% shooting than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant combined.
You see why you add on 50% shooting? Because you know Michael Jordan has more 30-point games? Michael Jordan has more 40-point games, more 50-point games, more 60-point games?
Inefficient, a lot, like on 50% shoot, on 49% shoot. Let's use Michael Jordan's career average. 30 points on 49% shooting. He has more than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant combined. That means he's really good at scoring.
So you don't round up because it's like 49.7%. So you don't round up. Okay.
On 50%, I said that prior. On 50% shooter, that means that he's very great at scoring points. Right? He's very good at scoring points. That he has more than both of them combined. If you add both their games up, they're over 2,000 plus games. And if you add both their games, LeBron has more than them combined.
So wait, Cap.
That's how impressive LeBron is in scoring the ball.
But
let me throw one stat in here.
I know we want to talk about, he played so long. He passed Kareem in scoring in 150 less games.
So
yeah, but you keep forgetting Kareem scored all his points, all two.
Yeah, he did it. That's because LeBron is a more versatile scorer, of course. LeBron is
more
a better
versatile
scorer.
than a 7-foot big man.
Yes, and also with that,
this man did it
look at LeBron assists. Like, there's nobody who's getting all these assists, leading teams and leading the league in scoring like that anyway. Because LeBron does more than just shoot the ball. He's more efficient than Michael Jordan, and he produces more points on the court than Michael Jordan. He does this more than anybody in the NBA history. He does that more than anybody in NBA history.
I think LeBron detractors are unfair to him because they get frustrated with the LeBron guys because y'all put so much sauce on stuff that they overcorrect. You feel me? I don't think we're fair
Who's
to
the
LeBron.
most efficient guy ever?
Who?
Adrian Dantley.
The most efficient scorer ever.
It's Adrian Dantley.
Who is the most efficient scorer ever?
So
Shaquille O'Neal. Shaquille O'Neal.
Who's the most efficient scorer ever? Who's the most efficient scorer ever? I want to hear this.
No, I'm asking the question because you keep bringing up efficiency. So I'm saying, who's the most efficient scorer?
It depends. It depends.
Steph Curry.
No, it depends. Yeah, it depends what you go by.
So wait,
you want to go by?
Both of them, LeBron James, all three of them is more efficient than Michael Jordan scoring basketballs.
So wait, Cap. Here's
the most efficient.
So here's a list, Cap, for you to know.
LeBron.
Okay. So hold on. Cap, you know, there's only 10 players in NBA history who've actually led their team in scoring for 10 years at least, with also while cracking 50% or better. LeBron's one of them. None of these players did it for more than 10 years. LeBron's done it for 21. So leading his team while shooting 50% or better. He's cleared that list by by basically twice, by double.
Can you name that 10 real quick, Travis?
Yeah, it's Adrian Daphne, Shaq, LeBron, Mike, Karl Malone, Kevin Durant. It was not Kobe. I had the list of written down.
It ain't no Kobe. You know it ain't no Kobe.
No, it was like it wasn't Kobe.
Kareem did it for 10 years.
Just
Kareem,
think about this.
Kareem's there.
Yeah, LeBron led his team in scoring 20 seasons, 20 times, and assists. That's how.
Yeah, y'all, you gotta give it up to him for that.
That's how great LeBron James is.
Y'all, Cap. You feel me? What I would say is I don't weigh that. I'm just saying personally, I weigh what a guy does at his peak and averages more than longevity. That doesn't mean that what LeBron has done is not incredible. It's incredible. So I think it would be fair to both.
What's LeBron's top 5 points per game all time?
Yeah. You can rate players at their peak, but LeBron James is still doing the same things he's done at his peak. That's what separates LeBron James. You cannot say that about any other player in NBA history. You cannot.
I would say.
But B-Lee, this is what you didn't notice about what I was saying.
If LeBron had managed to stay healthy between 2019 and 2024, because really to me the longevity thing is a little bit overstated, because I think he missed like 35% of his games between 2019 and 2023. And then in that span,
I'm not understanding that. It's not.
No, this is what I'm saying. I'm saying is the longevity credit that we're giving him, right, is basically those 7 or so years that he played at a high level beyond other NBA greats. If we're putting the number at, let's say, 15 seasons or 14 seasons, right? I'm saying for those additional 7 seasons or so, not much for me. The things that I value, the playoff run. So he missed the playoffs, missed a bunch of games, got knocked out in the first round. If he was dominating in that span, I would give it more weight. The fact that he just accumulated more box score stats, it's still incredible, but it's not enough in those additional years for me to just say, you feel me? It ain't heavy enough.
I kind of get what you're trying to say, something that's not true. For one thing, you're trying to discredit LeBron with what he did the last 6 years, saying that he wasn't winning that much, so it don't really matter. But then again, what LeBron James was doing on the court was dominating and was doing things that other players has never done in NBA history as well. So LeBron was still producing at an elite level, like he did last year, like we just seen him do in the Olympics, like we just seen him do so far this season. LeBron has been elite for the last 6 years as well.
Well, I'm gonna say, hold on, Peter. Hold on. I'm gonna say this for the words. This is words out of LeBron James, man. I'm gonna just take his word for it. He's chasing the ghost, man. So if I'm going off what LeBron James said, man, he's still chasing Mike, man. He's still chasing Mike. He
said this like 10 years ago. He's been called Jordan.
He's been called Jordan, man. It was not 5
He's been called Jordan.
Ago. It was 6 years ago.
Did LeBron get robbed of MVP in 2011? I want to see how crazy y'all are, how fanatical y'all are.
I wanted to ask Cap a question though.
Yeah.
Cap, do you think you have to lead the league in per game points in order to be one of the greatest scorers of all time? Do you believe you have to do that multiple times?
Do I believe you have to lead the league in scoring multiple times? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, because you mentioned how's LeBron the greatest scorer?
Matter of fact, Cap, why? Like, what makes you the greatest scorer? Matter of fact, like, what makes Michael Jordan the greatest scorer?
Okay, look, this is what I'm trying to say when it comes to the scoring. Everything that I asked you 4 questions, but everything, and I displayed some on the 5th thing, but everything I asked you was directly towards LeBron fans. Now, when I asked you about the best scorer when he's only been the leading scorer in the league once out of 22 years.
I gave you that answer why he's the greatest scorer, because what he's done, no one could do. No one could replicate what LeBron James has done. Nobody can. That's why he's the greatest.
Okay,
scorer.
now you asked me about scoring. So when you're a scorer, you showcase that. You're gonna score. They asked Michael Jordan to score, he scored. They asked Wilt Chamberlain to score, he scored. Wilt Chamberlain got 7 scoring titles in a row. Jordan got 10. That's them showing it. I can't really see it 1 out of 22 years.
Wait. They're asking LeBron to score and assist. That's the difference. Go. Now go.
LeBron is asking himself to score and assist because he put himself at the point.
The team is. He's the point guard. That's why. Next.
Okay, point guard, we listed at power forward. All right, cool. And then I asked, how is he durable? Because it's kind of like fake. It's fake longevity.
Okay, hold on for a second. I can answer that.
I ain't asking the question yet.
Why is he durable?
So I said, how's he durable? Only playing 182 game season out of 22.
So, okay. Let me ask you
70
if you play 75 games out of 82, are you not durable?
You said he averaged 71, so it's 75. Okay, so with 71.
If you play 75 games in an 82 season, are you not durable?
Yes, you're durable for that season. Yes.
Okay. All right. So you don't have to play 82 games by your standard. You do not have to play 82 games.
I never say you had to play 82 games, but what I'm saying as far as durability, when it comes to durability, and y'all go by games played. I'm saying if you miss 20 games this season, you miss 16 games that season, you miss 15 games that season. All those are games that that could be considered on your back end. You know what I'm saying? It's fake durability because y'all going by seasons instead of like actual the game.
No. Let me say this. I got to sum this up, man. I got to sum it up because I think.
Go next.
I think what I'm hearing, what I've been hearing, the back and forth between B. Lee and y'all cap, this is what you honor when it comes to Michael Jordan. You honor his dominance, what he did
exactly
before he dominated the game. That's what you honor. But B. Lee's, he's honors consistency. When you break down their careers, LeBron just been consistent his whole career. He always been consistent, and sometimes having consistency for a long period of time, that's what makes you great. That's what elevates your greatness. Now with Jordan. You love his dominance. He dominated so much in the 90s. You just like, damn, I gotta value that. So that's what y'all value. Dominance in Michael Jordan, consistency in LeBron James. That's all the shit is when you sum it up. It ain't nothing more or less to that.
Salute her. But I said
Let me say what I was going to say about that. It's not just the seasons; it's the entirety of his career. Because the durability part, LeBron James is top 6. He's number 6 in games played. He's number 1 in playoff games played, and he's number 2 in minutes played. He's going to break Kareem's record for the most minutes played in ever. He's also he's known that not only that he may not play all 82 games in the regular season, but the fact that he averaged more games in an entire season, including playoffs, than Michael Jordan does as well. So the fact that he averages that, and the fact that the amount of games he played, and the fact that he's second in minutes, going to pass up Kareem this year, first in playoff games, first in playoff minutes, the entirety of his career just describes the fact that he has not the longevity. Longevity is not based on how many games you play in the first place. It's the fact that he does have the durability. But the longevity part is the consistency with the amount of games that he plays.
He was voted Sexiest Man Alive like 4 times too. So you're leaving that out.
LeBron played 90% of the season more times than Jordan has. So when you're talking about Jordan as this standard for durability, LeBron James did it better than Jordan.
That's a lie. He didn't play no 90s more than Jordan. That's a lie. Jordan got nine 82 season games.
Hold on. B. Lee, this is the average career games that both play per season. LeBron James averaged 70 games per season. Michael Jordan averaged 74.5 games a season throughout.
But why did he average that 74? Because he broke his leg and missed 64 games, and then he came back from baseball and missed 66 games.
I know y'all.
LeBron James has 15 seasons where he played at least 90% of the season. So You're
Hey, I
saying
wanted
that
y'all
if you play
opinion on that.
75% game, 75 games, that's durability. But LeBron James has played at least 15 seasons at 90% of the season,
All right,
and that's not even
B-Lee.
counting the playoffs.
B-Lee,
Yeah.
you mentioned somebody mentioned awards. That's why I had mentioned the fact that he stole a Rookie of the Year from Melo.
Okay.
And then somebody had mentioned about Jordan not having a bag and LeBron having a bag. That's why I mentioned him getting locked up by a late 40s coach that's in his
Keep bringing
prime by
that up.
Monty Williams. Somebody mentioned clutch. That's why I mentioned how he couldn't get a shot off getting 2 chances at it in the Western Conference Finals. But instead, he got swept. That's why I mentioned every individual thing to figure out how do y'all think LeBron's the greatest.
Okay,
That's what
okay. So I answered the scoring
He
thing.
values
I
consistency.
answered the scoring thing. I answered the durability thing. Now you want me to go to the clutch thing now?
Can y'all do the Can y'all address the Monty Williams thing so you can stop saying it? Because it's funny as hell. The Monty Williams thing he keeps saying. Can y'all address that?
I watched the tape, man. He was locking them down.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
Hey, and that don't even count. I ain't say JJ Barrera and Jason Terry either. I ain't mentioned him.
JJ Barrera has never locked LeBron down.
I seen him lock him up in a play in one or two, 3 plays.
You saw a play where he took a charge and another play that they were 5 players
Multiple
on LeBron
plays.
James basically and he passed the ball. So you talking about 2
Oh
plays.
my God!
So that Monty Williams thing where they were doing the little post thing. Who
Kid
cares about
locked him
that?
up for real.
All right.
Jay Kidd.
Hey, Monty Williams showed us why he don't play one-on-one.
Let's go to the clutch thing because you're saying LeBron is not clutch for some odd reason. We know who has the most game-winning buzzer beaters in the playoffs, right? We know that's LeBron James. We know who has
That's
the
only
most
because Michael
game-winning.
Jordan games wasn't as close.
Yeah, we know who. Yeah,
Go ahead.
right. We know who has the most game-winning shots in playoff history. We know that LeBron James, when he scored those 25 points straight in the Eastern Conference Finals, that wasn't clutch, and he hit the game-winning shot with less than a second left to win the game. He has the most clutch points in NBA history. If you want to add that, and he has the most clutch points in an NBA season. No one has scored more clutch points in the NBA season than LeBron James.
Y'all
So
cap don't want to
LeBron
give
James
him no
is
credit,
definitely
bro.
clutch. LeBron James is definitely fucking clutch. He led the
I'm
regular
giving him
season
credit. I got him number
3
2.
times. I mean, say he led the season in clutch points 3 times. No one has done that three times.
Okay, last year he led the league in 4 quarter points.
Yeah, clutch. We talking about clutch. LeBron won his last 6 game 7s. That's not clutch. That's fucking clutch. He's averaging 35 points.
Mike don't go to game 7.
Why does it go to game 7s?
Michael Jordan loses game 7s. Michael Jordan loses game 7. So you want to talk
In the
about
final? What game 7 you got in the final?
In the playoffs, Michael Jordan loses game 7s.
Now he won game 7 in '98 against the Pacers.
Michael Jordan plays in game 7s. Last year,
won.
LeBron James led the league in 4th quarter
And he
scoring.
beat the Knicks in
That
game
guy's
7.
not clutch.
He did.
Hold on. How come y'all say he got saved by Steve Kerr in that game 7 versus the Pacers?
That's
How come y'all don't say that?
Yeah,
No, he got double teamed and passed the ball to open Steve Kerr.
Hold on.
That
Steve
was
Kerr went on a run. Steve Kerr went on a run and scored like 8 points in a row to get them from that deficit. Steve Kerr went on a run by himself. What are y'all talking about?
Jordan was in the play. The last play, Jordan was in it.
We're not talking about the last play. We're talking about when the Bulls were down. Who went on a run?
When Kyrie made the shot with LeBron in the play.
But y'all never say that somebody saved Jordan's legacy. Y'all never say that.
Michael Jordan had blown out in game 7. Y'all talking about he don't play in game 7s. Yeah, he get blown out in game 7s.
Hold on. Peter Badges.
I said in the finals. He don't play games.
I said the playoffs.
I got a question.
Okay, you want to go to playoffs? Okay. How many times was Jordan favored and lost? None. How many times was LeBron favored and lost? 4. So what are you saying?
4? Where did you get this from?
I just Googled it. I thought it was 3, but it said 4.
So how many times? Oh, hold on. How many times was LeBron not favored and he won a title?
You said how many
and
times
then
would
go, when he's not favored, and then go when Jordan's not favored, and he won a
that's
title.
not that wasn't my statement. My statement was
All
Jordan
right,
never
then.
lost when he was favored, and I said LeBron was favored and lost. That's my only thing is when they were favored. My point is when they were favored. I never said Jordan never won when he wasn't.
When was LeBron favored and they lost?
Oh, okay,
I
then
know
you gotta go. It said four times. It said four times. I know 2011 is one of them. I know 2011 is one.
They was favored against the
versus
Magic.
And I'm probably gonna. I don't have a thing to Google right now, but I'm probably gonna say when they win against Boston in 09, was it 09, 010?
That's
Or something like that. I believe they were favored.
I mean, they
So
probably
that's just from my memory.
They won 66 games that year. I think they were
That's
favored.
just from my memory.
Yeah, they were favored.
But when you Google it, it says four times.
All right,
How many? LeBron's been swept. I don't know how many times. Jordan has never been swept in a 7-game series.
Jordan been swept 2 times in a row by Larry Bird. He never beat Larry Bird. He been swept.
I said in a 7-game series, sir. That was a 5-game series.
He been swept by Larry Bird twice. He's been swept. He's been swept.
That was a 5-game series.
He's been
and he
swept
averaged 44 points.
He's been swept twice.
James BZ, man.
I got a question.
He's been swept twice.
Sweep is a sweep, Herb. You got swept, Herb. We got to be real. You got
I said a 7-game series, and Jordan averaged 44 points, and that was a dynasty. He lost to a dynasty.
This is kind of a weird
now you want to say it's a dynasty. He got swept, dude. He got swept. Man, you know what? Sturdy has been quiet. I don't know why Sturdy been so quiet, but Sturdy, you go ahead and you. I know you got a lot to say. You got a lot to say, Sturdy. I'm about to. I will be back in like five minutes, so you guys don't even log on. I'll be back.
All right. I was just enjoying the lively conversation. There's a few points. So that's first, let's take it from the top. All right. 1, 3-0 is not impressive. They gotta chill out, bro. It's just 82-game season. Chill the fuck out. All right. Yes, the Lakers on a good track. Yeah, they're a different team. They look more as more of a cohesive unit, and their attention to detail, I think, is more credit to forget JJ. He's a rookie. It's more so to the assistant coaches of the Lakers staff and Nick McMillan and Scott. Yeah. Those two guys should get most credit towards the attention to detail and how the Lakers are operating right now. Another thing too, I do agree with.
They're gonna blame the coach. So that's
No, Craig. No, but Craig, I got you, bro. That's why I've been chill out. So here's the thing. The last thing too, there's something that Lamont mentioned that I do want to emphasize on. The Lakers is an underrated clutch team. Last year in the regular season, they have a winning record against the top 5. Against some of the best teams with the top 10 net rating and top 10 record from both conferences last year, despite them being the 7th seed. And on top of that, this year they already one of the most clutch teams right now. And if you're seeing how this team operating, they basically do the old school Shaq and Kobe method. We're going to run everything through our big and AD through the first 3 quarters, then let LeBron close. And throughout that time, they're doing a lot of dribble weave actions, doing a lot of guard to guard screens from the top of the key to keep defense moving in rotation and making simple passes. Y'all notice they're getting the same amount of looks these last 3 games, but the biggest difference now, they've been making shots. So that's a good look. And no matter whether they lose games or win games, if they maintain that consistency, they'll be good. But no, I'm not going to say they're title contenders. That's crazy. After 3 games, no, this team has to prove to me personally way more than just winning 3 games to say they're a title contender. We still don't know how they play against the Mavs. We still didn't see them play against the Mavs. We didn't see them play against this version of OKC. We didn't see them play against Boston either. So, woohoo! You beat the Suns. You beat the Kings. Okay. But nevertheless, I do want to land it with this one. AD has a good argument. If you want to be hyperbolic about it, in my opinion, he's been playing the best these first 3 games of the regular season, despite whichever conference.
There ain't no doubt about it.
I think he's been playing the best.
Hey, but yeah, I have a question for Sturdy though. Sturdy, when we do break down the comparisons with Jordan fans and LeBron fans, break down to why they great, do you believe it's all about one fan base? Believe it's consistency? over everything with the longevity? And do you believe the other side, when Jordan, they value the dominance that Jordan displayed when he was winning? How you feel about that?
I think both sides are inconsistent. I think both sides try to make criteria that favors their guy. I think both sides have these tendencies to be disrespectful to either towards the other side or other eras to try to boost their guy, or their teammates to try to boost their guy, which is idiotic in my opinion. But in general, yeah, you can sum it up to that point. Like it's basically like any player you have that conversation, they always have something unique to them that brings them to that table anyway. So Jordan with his dominance in marketing versus LeBron versatility and longevity, like, and just similar to like Kareem's resume, Bill Russell's winning. Like everybody has their own unique characteristic on what brings them to the table.
And can I say something 5 seconds real quick?
Hold
5
on.
seconds.
Let me say this. Hold on. I want to say that yeah, I agree with Sturdy. You know, that was a good take. First of all, I'm here mostly because I'm not saying the Lakers are title defenders. I just like the fact that the Lakers are playing exceptionally great team basketball for now. I like it's night and day, and I think that that's pretty cool. And LeBron James last night was pretty impressive. That was one of the great games I've seen him play. I'm looking forward to see more. But I wanted to say, like, so far before 30, it's just y'all cap. I feel like a lot of stuff you're just saying is just starting a futile conversations, bro. Like you're saying, like, why didn't LeBron do this? Why didn't LeBron do that? It's like, bro, like that doesn't get anywhere, man. We can do that with players all day. We can point out deficiencies from one player to the next. The thing is that, you know, like if you think Jordan is a GOAT, and you know, talk about his impact. In my opinion, I think you should look more towards his impact, not the deficiencies one player has over the other. Right? I think the impact of the game is more important than pointing out which player has this over the other. You know, so it's like I'm trying to see like what's your standard or criteria, I may ask, for why like you have Jordan as a GOAT or anything like that. You know what I mean? It's
Okay, what I wanted to say is that I wanted to say salute to everybody on the panel, man, because everybody always say how people are delusional and Michael Jordan fans, LeBron fans. I'm trying to say, like, this is a good conversation, debate that's being had, and ain't nobody being disrespectful and calling people names or anything like that. So I appreciate that, even though you might not agree with anything I'm saying. So I appreciate that first. Now, I was asked a few questions, so I answered them. So what's the last question? What was my standard as far as being great?
Oh, I asked you who your top 5 was first, like 30 minutes ago.
Okay, my top 5 is MJ, number 1. LeBron, number 2, which means I don't really disrespect LeBron until y'all start disrespecting Jordan. Number 3, Kobe Bryant. Number 4. Now that's where it gets tricky. Because I got Shaq at number 5, and number 4, I put Tim Duncan in there, but sometimes I'll switch him out and put KD in there because
you said tricky at Shaq, but not weirdly crazy at Kobe in number 3, which is ridiculous.
Excuse me?
Kobe is nowhere near top 5.
Hey, let's not start the Kobe
That's just my personal opinion,
man,
sir. We can agree to disagree. That's my personal opinion. You asked me my personal opinion. That was what it was.
Didn't you say this last time? You said your top 5 last time, right?
Yeah, he said this last time. That's why I don't get why Travis asked the question.
Yeah,
like Travis has this weird thing. Like Travis will press you about your top 10, and then you finally answer his top 10, he don't remember it. It's weird.
I hear this.
I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand. Like I'm understanding. Like my thing is like the standard in which you're creating these things about LeBron James. Oh, LeBron James didn't succeed when he was favored 4 times. Like, why does that matter to you so much? Like, I'm trying to understand, like, why do you create conversations about stuff like that?
Okay, this is my take on this, man. LeBron competed in a league in his era. Jordan dominated a league in his era. Jordan won 6 championships and hold on. He won 6 championships in 12 years. In the first 12 years, because he took 2 years off. Well, you can say half a year off or whatever. But when it comes to dominance, that's what I'm basing it on. He dominated the league. Now, when LeBron was playing, we had conversations. Who's better? Is it KD? Is it Steph has done just as much as far as things that he's done that LeBron has done within his era. So he let other people take over his era. Like we had so many conversations. Is Jokic the best? Is Embiid the best? You know what I mean? Come on, man. When Jordan played, he was the best player from when he stepped in to when he left.
Hold up. So you're saying that LeBron did not dominate because other teams won titles? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying out of 22 years, he didn't dominate like Jordan did in 15.
Okay,
Period.
okay, hold on. Okay, let me address this, Billy. Let me say this because I asked him.
Go ahead. It's fine.
My opinion.
So your standard is Jordan. It's not. You're not allowing other players to be themselves to have it only, which is absurd, bro. You can't.
No, but remember, he got LeBron number 2, bro. Remember, he not shitting
I know
on
that
LeBron.
it don't matter. It don't matter. Which his criteria wouldn't even make sense, and even to have LeBron number 2 in the first place. But so the thing is that you have Jordan as a standard, and this is the problem. This is why you create futile conversations of why LeBron only won one scoring title and all this other irrelevant factors to a player. Like you're not allowing greatness to a player's ability to be based on their personality and how great they are in their era. You can't. That's just absurd, and I disagree.
We're talking about basketball, not personality, sir.
No, okay,
That's not what I
Cap,
meant
Cap,
by
dude.
that.
All
That's not what I
right.
meant by
So
that.
you're saying Jordan was the standard because he won 6 titles. So why don't you have Bill Russell over Jordan?
There it is.
I said Michael Jordan is the best player. Listen to what I said. Michael Jordan is the best player I've ever seen. I have not seen Wilt. I have not seen nobody in the 60s. I have not been nobody in the 70s. But I've seen LeBron. I've seen Kobe. I've seen Shaq. I have not seen those other dudes. So Jordan is the best player I've seen. Now, when you want to say what's the standard is, like I said, he dominated a whole era. Dominated.
And which era was this?
What?
Just 91 to 98. Is that the era you're talking about?
He was the best. I said it. He was the best player after his rookie year. He was the best player from then until the time he left in 98. Now, we all know why he came to the Wizards.
You
know
are
that.
not being consistent because you're talking about you only dominate when you win titles. So Michael Jordan did not win titles after his first season. So
I didn't say you only dominate when you win titles.
So why the hell are you saying LeBron didn't dominate his competition then?
What do you mean? How he didn't dominate? I said I have a hard time knowing who the best player in the league is.
I have been going. I have to ask a question because the wild inconsistency just said. You literally just sat here and said Jordan was the best player in the league. Nobody dominated on his watch. All this type of shit. When Larry Bird bust his ass, when the Pistons bust his ass, when Moncrief bust his ass, Jordan got his ass. The Magic bust his ass. The Knicks bust his ass. Why are we acting like Jordan was just in the league running roughshot?
Okay, now you said everybody
you see what I'm talking about?
You said everybody bust his ass, correct? Okay, now the years that I'm talking about.
It is getting boring. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The years that I'm talking about.
Hey, let me go after y'all too, though. I gotta bring it down. I gotta bring it down.
There's a way to make this more interesting somehow.
The years that I'm talking about, Jordan dominated.
Let him finish. Let him finish because he's not being consistent, and he knows he's not being consistent. So that's the whole point. That's the whole point. You're saying LeBron did dominate because there was other great players, but there was other great players when Magic and Bird was winning titles, and you're saying Jordan was still dominating them. So you're not being consistent with what you're saying. That's the issue.
I said Jordan dominated the league. Now, I said he was the best player after his rookie year. In my opinion, Jordan was the best player from his second season after he came back from his broken leg to the time he left in 98. That's my opinion that Jordan's the best player. Okay,
Your opinion is wrong.
what do you? Excuse me.
Your opinion is wrong. He wasn't better than Bird.
I mean,
he wasn't better than
He
Magic.
wasn't better than Bird. What year?
Hold on, y'all.
What year?
Just let him use his opinion why he
What
thinks
year
he's
wasn't he better than Bird? That I said he was better than Bird.
Because you're being inconsistent because you're saying that Kevin Durant and Steph Curry dominated the league, but you're saying that because they won titles as teammates.
Oh my God! This is what I'm saying, fam. I'm saying I believe Jordan is the best player from when he came back after his second year to when he left in '98. That's what I mean by when I say he dominated. I said he's the best player. The best player. He was better than Bird in '86. He gave him 63. He was better than Jordan in '87. He was a scoring title. He won a scoring title and he averaged 37 points a game. Nobody can stop him at '87. So yes, '87 Jordan was better than Bird. '88 Jordan was better than Bird. '88, '89 Jordan was better than Bird.
Don't y'all see what the hell y'all doing?
He was under 500. Everybody was dominating.
Man, forget this, man. Don't y'all see what the hell y'all doing? Y'all disrespected the game of basketball that y'all want to go be this petty to try to discredit Michael Jordan and LeBron James. That's bullshit. When have we ever? Now hold on. When have we ever, when it comes to analyzing any basketball player, want to say that a second or third year player is supposed to be the dynasty team or supposed to be the team that is established in the NBA?
Facts.
We ain't never did that with anybody. Because this is out of this first come. Hold on. This goes for everybody. This ain't just no singular thing about LeBron and Jordan. This is period. And when we be disingenuous like that, when any player ever comes to any era, they gotta adjust. They gotta adjust to the talent in the league. They gotta adjust to how the great teams are in that era are in the league. You're not gonna come in winning right away. We rarely see that.
Well, how's he dominating the league then?
We rarely
how's
see
he
that.
dominating the league then? How's he dominating the league then?
Because he was the best player. He gave everybody 37 points a game.
Okay, y'all. When was LeBron James dominating the NBA? When was LeBron James dominating the NBA? Let's just make it simple. Let us know when you thought LeBron James was dominating the NBA. Let's just make it simple. When did LeBron start and end dominating the NBA?
At 2012 on, that's when he started dominating the league.
No. I want to say that you said 20. Anyway, y'all cap. When was LeBron James dominating the NBA?
I think he means that's when he clearly separated himself. Because 09, you could make arguments for other players.
Cap, when he thought LeBron James was dominating the NBA, just him.
When I didn't say that LeBron was dominating. What are you talking about? I said Jordan dominated the league. That's what I said.
Okay. All right.
You asking me when LeBron dominated the league? LeBron has dominated the league some years.
All right, get your ass out of here. All right, Travis. Go, Travis.
So,
Bro, come on.
This is incredibly redundant, but I'll say what he was trying to say. LeBron dominated the league because anytime you're playing, that's your era. So LeBron has dominated because he has more MVPs, more All-NBA selections, like more Finals MVPs than anyone in his era, right? Same way with Mike. When he played, no one touched his Finals resume, his defensive accolades, his seasonal title. Nobody touched that. Not Larry Bird, not Magic Johnson. Nobody could come close to his overall resume. That's how he was. Did he lose playoff series? Of course. No one's immune to that. But if we're talking about individual statistics, individually being the best player, that's why he's in the GOAT debate. Again, not these guys here. So that's the same way LeBron dominated because his resume is untouchable compared to anyone else. Same way Mike did. I think that's what he was getting at. He just didn't phrase it, I think, in a way that we would all agree, but I think that's what he was getting at. And he's correct in saying that.
That's not the point, though, man. The point is that these things are futile, man. Like, I've just been in these spaces, and I just understand, like, when you start...
I agree. Let's talk about something else.
Yeah, like I said, I wanted to talk about LeBron James and how great he was, bro.
Say something. Let's talk about the fucking season.
LeBron James' season.
No. But I think I'm proud of B-League. No, I'm proud of B-League today, man. Like, because I think Travis, I think he finally came around, man. I think he finally acknowledged that Hakeem is just superior to Kobe Bryant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the way he weaponized Hakeem and that great season he had, he understood how fortunate Kobe Bryant was in his situations versus Hakeem. And yet that did not stop Hakeem from being the versatile, dominant player he was. And honestly, in these conversations, right? I notice guys like that in particular who are still once in a lifetime talents, who are still generational players, who themselves have records that isn't acknowledged enough. Those guys kind of get unnecessarily swept under the radar for guys that appear more flashy or in bigger markets. I don't think that's right. That's not what like some of the data shows us. Is that right, Travis?
Can I ask LeBron guys a question real quick? I had wanted to know.
You gonna ask me a question or LeBron guys?
All of the Ismail and whoever's the LeBron protagonist. Do we all feel that LeBron got robbed of MVP in 2011? Because I've been hearing that on other channels a lot, which is crazy to me.
I don't know. No one thinks LeBron got robbed of MVP in 2011. So that's a mute point up here. So that's no point in discussing it.
I don't.
He should not get MVP in 2011.
Okay. I heard it on some other channels. I was just wondering.
Yeah, other people. Yeah, Derrick Rose clearly MVP.
Okay.
It's just like how Iverson or Shaq wasn't robbed in 2001 because Iverson did as much with a lot less, arguably. So
Rose is MVP.
Like Hakeem and Kobe.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know who had this Hakeem and Kobe argument. Sturdy keeps bringing up, but it's cool. I still have Kobe ranked above Hakeem.
What I want to know is when is the mental toughness? When is the mental toughness narrative going to change, bro? Like for LeBron James, the dude.
I mean, there's
literally.
No one talks about that except for casuals.
It's fine. It's never going to change. He has too many haters.
If you're not mentally tough, you can't play for 21 years and 27 points a game. You're just not happening.
He has too many haters. It's not going to go away.
That's my thing. I keep worried about what people that don't know basketball speak, and then y'all want to group everybody into that lump sum. All y'all arguments are people who don't know basketball.
I'm not
all y'all
doing
arguments.
that, but
I agree, Craig. I agree.
All y'all arguments are because someone who don't know how basketball say, "Oh, Jordan's 6-0. Oh, Jordan never lost." These are arguments from people who don't know basketball, and that's all of y'all always going for. Well, y'all keep saying no. It's people who don't know basketball that keep saying Jordan is 6-0. Stick to the people that know basketball. You won't be having a headache.
Yeah, anybody that knows basketball knows that Jordan didn't like facing the king. But go ahead, Ishmael.
Craig, did you watch the game last night, man, or did you see the highlights or something?
Yankees lose the World Series.
He was watching baseball instead.
Ishmael, did you watch the show?
It was more important things going on.
I missed the part where he said he watched it or whatnot. I got late on that. I know
all right, y'all. I'm getting to end this show, so I'm gonna go around for the last words. We're gonna start with Travis. You got any last words?
Yeah, I'm gonna come with a hard Hakeem liberation segment next week because the blasphemy against this man's ridiculous.
Don't worry, my criteria.
Go ahead. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, Craig is gonna run most of the show. I'm guessing with his criteria, and we're gonna dissect the hell out of that thing. But
you can't dissect numbers that actually exist. My criteria you can literally do right now, like literally.
All right. Okay. I can't wait. I can't wait. All right, Peter. You got any last words for us?
Nope.
Peter, you're on mute. If you don't know, you're on mute.
I'm back.
You're on mute. All right. Okay, you're on mute.
My bad.
You got any last words for us? No problem. Yeah, we can.
Yeah, not much. I was just gonna say I hope y'all do some more topics on current basketball. Moving forward. The Jordan LeBron thing, it's getting a little. Stale.
They keep bringing it up when we're talking about this show is about LeBron James. They just can't.
Peter, I'm your favorite panelist too, right? Peter, I'm your favorite.
You up there? Most definitely. You definitely up there.
Why are you asking? I'm your favorite.
Right. All right. Ishmael, you got any last words? Ishmael, you got any last words?
LeBron James is a great of all time, man. The man is in his 22 years, bro, and still able to put up crazy numbers, take his team over to the top where they're in high pressured situations. That's unbelievable, man. We never seen anything like this or close to it. You gotta give it up for that, man. You can't say that That's not something amazing. He's about to be 40 years old. That shit is unbelievable, man.
High pressure. It's 3 games in.
Like, come on.
All right, Herman, what you got for us?
He's the only 40-year-old that played in the NBA.
Man,
Get out of here.
shout out to B Lee and A. Johnny,
That ain't what
and
I'm saying.
James Kingdom family, man. Y'all keep cooking, y'all keep doing the great things y'all doing, man. And y'all support everybody that drop contents on FIR Sports Debates, man. Show everybody love. It's a tough job to do, man. And everybody needs to respect everybody's opinion. We need to see more of that. Y'all don't have to take things personally. But salute to everybody on the panel, man. I hope y'all have a good afternoon. Salute to y'all. Keep up the good work.
A good job, Herm, for being unbiased the whole show. Completely straight shooter this show. All right, Twin, man, what you got for us?
So my thing is this: the conversation is not going to change until we actually start telling the truth about players and their careers. That dude y'all capping up here, I was listening the entire time. LeBron's not clutch, even though you have numbers to refute all of this. Historic numbers to refute all of this. He leads in every clutch metric, but he's not fucking clutch. He's not durable, but he's played 90% of the games, and the guy you got as your GOAT was off because he injured his his pinky fucking toe. I'm tired of the stupid shit. Give these players their credit. We always talking about you're trying to discredit these players as people come up here one after the fucking other to discredit LeBron James, and now they're going to do the same goddamn thing that he's done. Y'all motherfuckers are some
He's pissed off today. He's tired of it. He's tired of it. All right, I'm gonna save Sturdy for last. I'm gonna bring up Cap again. All right, any last words you got before we get out of here?
Look, man, we all know MJ the best, man. You know what I'm saying? LeBron ain't got nothing, man. He did less in 22 years than Jordan did in 15. And that's the end of it, man. That's the doggone end of it. All he gonna try to do is play forever and ever so he can be number one in rebound, number one in assist. He gonna try to keep on doing the same thing, man. We already know, all y'all been saying is about the chips for years. And he ain't got them, man. Y'all talking about Bill Russell? I never seen Bill Russell play.
I know. So, you're talking about chips. You're talking about Bill Russell. It's fine. It's cool. I mean, he was
talking
great.
about Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron.
Yeah.
And LeBron ain't got it.
Okay, Sturdy, go ahead so we can end the show.
Great show, y'all. Most importantly, always remember that John Stockton is not a top 5 point guard. Jerry West.
Yo, you should see when you rank on my criteria. You're gonna be like, I knew it. I told you so.
Hey, it is what it is, and Jerry West is a point guard. Not let these old heads lie to y'all. Jerry West is a point guard. He played 10 years as a point guard. All right, he's a point guard. R.I.P. the great. And here's a new one, and this one is just straight facts. People keep saying the conversation between Jordan and LeBron, but like, when the hell did Jordan pass up Kareem? But that's another show. I think. But in general, though, the most important thing is don't be a bot. Do your own critical thinking. Come to your own, develop your own opinion based upon your own research. Reading is fun to mental. And if y'all still want to have a good discussion, watch the remaining football games and basketball games. Join the Discord for GJK and FIL sports debates. We're going to continue the thing in the VC and enjoy the rest of y'all Sunday.
All right, y'all. I'll see you guys next week when we get Craig trying to give us this formula about who's the most accomplished player of all time.
Closest to perfection. There's no GOAT.
Closest to perfection. Okay. Closest to perfection. All right, y'all. We up out of here. I'll see you guys next week.